It is a pantheon of concrete and steel. It is a city that rises defiantly in the delta alongside the father of waters. It is the humidity of autumn evenings that drapes stately oaks and broad magnolias. It is haunting, and it is loud. It is Halloween night and cannon blast. It is a Louisiana gumbo of humanity that cheers its tigers to victory and destroys the dreams of invading foes. Chance of rain is never. It is the cathedral of college football, and worship happens here. When the sun finds its home in the western sky, it is a field of glory for sure. But much more than that, it is a sacred place. And it is Saturday night in Death Valley.
Tiger fans, it's Saturday night in Death Valley, and here come your Fighting Tigers of LSU!
Right there to meet him, and no surprise, it's number 6, Dylan Stewart, off the edge for the Gamecocks. As Jacob said, one of the more highly touted sophomores in all of college football, and you got to make sure you know where he is at every snap. Not sure the Tigers did there, and they bring Durham down for a loss, about 4 yards.
Yeah, you saw something different. You're right. I mean, you get under center there. You try, more traditional ace-style run there, but Dylan Stewart was right there in the backfield as soon as the ball was snapped.
Looking at second down, they'll say 13. Quick screen pass far side, caught, and across the 25, just to the 27-yard line is going to be Jawan Johnson. Pick up 5 yards. Kimball set up third and a little long here in this opening drive of the game. The Tigers attacking right to left as we look down on the field.
Offside, defense number 46, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So there was a flag. I thought it was at the 22, but it almost looked like a mouth guard. It was kind of wrinkled up
as well. And then I saw one of the South Carolina coaches kind of toss it out of the way, and I was like, oh, that's just the mouthpiece there. So, yeah, that one got me as well.
Yeah, they called all sides on, I believe, Thomas, number 46. He was in the neutral zone, so they'll push it up 5 yards, 2nd and 8.
Well, again, the Carolina coach just said, yeah, we don't need this. Toss this out of the way. So offside sets up an opportunity, 2nd down and 8. The Tigers keep it on the ground. They try to get around on the left edge, pick up 3 yards to the 30-yard line. That's Harlem Berry, the freshman. And again, if there is a silver lining in the loss 24-19, Jacob, it was the fact that Harlem Berry got that score late. Really looked good, although a little too late in the contest.
Yeah, he certainly found something late in that game. And so you try to So, ride the hot hand at the running back position. Even though he's a young player, you certainly can see him start to develop, and Tigers are going to lean on him.
Tigers looking to improve on third down. They struggled last time out against the Rebels. 3rd down and 5, ball placed at the LSU 30-yard line. Shotgun snap. Nussmeier with time in the pocket. Now it gets tight, and he tried to throw, and it was batted down, incomplete. South Carolina able to get the pocket tight, and eventually it closed in on Nussmeier, and as he tried to drop it out to the far side, it's batted down. That'll set up 4th down and 5, and in the opening drive, the Tigers now will punt it away.
Yeah, we've talked about it so many times on the broadcast before. LSU still trying to find any success on the opening drive.
Unfortunately, another punt in the opening drive for the Tigers here this year. Jonathan Ferguson snaps it back. Chadwick lifts it high in the air. Going to bounce around the 20. The Gamecocks decide to pick it up. Bakari Swain on a bounce picked it up with LSU all over him, and they'll put him back at about the 17-yard line after a 53-yard punt off the foot of Grant Chadwick. So the Gamecocks now will come out on offense. We'll see Lenora Sellers. We got all we wanted to see of him last year in Columbia, Jacob, in that first half. He was running the football, throwing the football, and unfortunately for South Carolina, he was injured late in that second quarter and did not return. So they'll start 1st down and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Rasul Faison will be the featured running back as Sellers under center. Bobbled the snap. It's on the ground. LSU says they have it at the 17, and they do. Patrick Payton comes up with a loose football and a major miscue for the Gamecocks right out of the gate. 1st down and 10 from their own 17. Sellers under center. He dropped the snap, and Patrick Payton picks it up at LSU with the first takeaway, looking at 1st down and 10 inside the Capital One red zone at about the 17-yard line, Jacob, of the Gamecocks.
Yeah. So you're trying to get something going because you've been so bad running the football, Chris, and you have a bye week, and you're like, okay, let's do some under the center stuff. LSU did it. LSU opened up the game under center, but it's not who you are. You haven't had a lot of reps at it. I mean, that is a just center quarterback exchange issue there. Ball's on the ground now. LSU in great position.
1st down and 10 at the Carolina 17. They'll go twin backs behind Nussmeier. That's Johnson. And now Nussmeier going to leak out. It's going to be a direct snap to Juwan Johnson. Here it comes on 1st down with a lead blocker. Johnson up the middle of the field inside the 15. Brought down just shy of the Carolina 11 by Peyton Williams on a gain of 6 yards.
If anyone went to training camp for LSU this year, you saw that. You saw Juwan Johnson line up in that position. We're kind of wondering when we would see it in the regular season because they worked on it so many times during training camp. Nice pickup there on 1st down.
One of the best quarterbacks to ever play in the state of Louisiana. That's Juwan Johnson in high school football. So now looking at 2nd down and 3 inside the Capital One red zone. Little high snap and handled by Nussmeier. He'll hand it off, and this time Johnson trying to run downhill to his left. Going to be grabbed by Nick Barrett, the defensive tackle, 5th-year senior out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, and no gain on the play. That'll set up 3rd down and 3 here as the Tigers, the beneficiary of an early Gamecock turnover after being forced to punt, put themselves in big-time opportunity land here. 3rd down and 3. Ball placed just outside the Carolina 10. Ball inside the near side hash as they attack towards the north end zone. Tigers will line it up. Thomas out wide to the right. One receiver to the left. Check that. 2 wide out to the left. Empty backfield. They got 4 wide. Nussmeier looking to throw. Threw it behind Trey'Dez Green, who was open down around the 3-yard line on the near hash. Trey'Dez Green brings that one in. He probably takes one little leap, and he's in to score. Unfortunately, it's incomplete, and the field goal unit is coming on. It'll be Damian Ramos.
Yeah, so Nussmeier thought Trey'Dez Green was actually going to sit that down. He did not think he was going to break out of his route there. He breaks out. The ball's where he thought he was going to be, and LSU fortunate that doesn't end up in South Carolina's hands. So South Carolina's going to feel like they got a big win with this field goal attempt.
Well, within Ramos's range, 28-yard attempt. Right down the middle. Placement down. Kick is up. Low kick. And it's good. So the Tigers get on the board. They take an early 3-0 lead, but no surprise, the Carolina Gamecocks high-fiving each other. That's a big stop. as far as they're concerned after turning the ball over inside their own 20. With that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Tigers General Scholarship Fund for student athletes across all sports. Thank you, Allstate. 11:53 remaining. First quarter action here from Tiger Stadium. It's a 3-0 LSU lead over the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
For him, it wasn't the cancer that almost took his life. It was an infection his body wasn't strong enough to fight. Antibiotic resistance is a global crisis targeting those who are already vulnerable and claiming over 1 million lives each year. But an LSU discovery is changing the game. Our unique biotech starves bacteria, stops growth, and gives the body a chance to heal. Because behind every breakthrough is a life worth saving.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Back here at Tigers Stadium, while we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hear the Tigers roar worldwide. The LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Along with former Tigers Jacob Hester, Gordy Rush, I'm Chris Blair. Glad to have you with us on this Saturday night. Your Tigers lead 3-0 over South Carolina early on here with 11:53 remaining in the first quarter. Tigers in their opening drives this season through 5 games, 4 punts, 1 interception. They were forced to punt tonight. Carolina would get the football, fumble it on the opening snap as the ensuing kickoff from Aaron Burrell is out of the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and South Carolina will start first down and 10 at the 25. But Gordy Rush, a Sunshine Sideline Report. We heard Coach Kelly talk about it now for a number of weeks. The defense is doing a good job in takeaways. The offense has to make them pay. Last time out against Ole Miss, they had 2 turnovers, a fumble and an interception, came away with just 3 points off of those turnovers. Unfortunately, just 3 points starting at their own 17.
Yeah, you'd like to see 7, especially at home. All the momentum going your way, golden opportunity. But hey, take the points and maybe next time out, get down in the red zone, settle down, and everybody. Offensively, that passing game just hasn't been on the same page down in the red zone.
Bad snap to Sellers. He was able to grab it with his left hand, tried to hand it off, and LSU was waiting in the backfield for Faison, and he's dropped for another loss. Looks like they're going to put it back at the 21-yard line. Harold Perkins and Patrick Payton on the combo there for the stop. Again, that one completely out of sync after the bad snap.
Yeah, South Carolina, we've talked about it. They've really been struggling. They also have a lot of injuries on their offensive front. So even the starters who were struggling, they're down for this game. So
25 seconds. Whistle.
So they're adjusting the game clock here, adding some time back on it, play clock rather. Our official tonight, crew chief Steve Marlowe, veteran in the SEC, said, hey, wait on my mark to start the play clock. Second down, 14 ball at the 21-yard line. Snap to Sellers. Design run, trying to get to the edge, far side, and eventually runs out of real estate. Steps out of bounds up around the 27-yard line. Picks up 6. And, Lenora Sellers has only completed coming into the game, Jacob, about 67% on the season, though Coach Kelly said he can sling it 120 yards, and he can. He's got a powerful arm. But he certainly has been the offense, both in the passing game as well in the running game. And as we said, LSU certainly facing the most dangerous dual-threat quarterback they've seen so far this year. Third down and 8 at the 27. Backside pressure comes. Sellers drops it off near side. And with room up across the 35 into the 40-yard line is going to be Faison, the running back. Just kind of leaked out to the right side into the flat. And Sellers could hear him coming, Jacob. He dropped it off just in time.
Yeah, it's a good call by South Carolina. LSU actually brings pressure from the other side, playing zone on the other side, so you're a little bit more passive. You're in your coverage lanes there. It's a nice little screen pass, get some guys in front of you, and LSU almost gets home, but not quite. Lenore Sellers able to get the ball off.
Picks up the first down. It'll be first down and 10. Now move the ball up to the Carolina 40-yard line. Motion a receiver from left to right. It's the tight end. Now they'll motion a receiver right to left. Here's the snap out of the pistol formation. Little spin by Sellers. Drops it off to that tight end at the 45. He makes his way to midfield before stepping out of bounds at the 49-yard line of the Tigers. That's Brady Hunt, another fifth-year senior out of Muncie, Indiana, who transferred to Carolina from Ball State. It was A.J. Halsey, the safety for the Tigers, to force him wide. Gain of 11 yards. Another first and 10 for the Gamecocks. We got 10:04. Clock moving first quarter. Snap back to Sellers on first down. Again, looking to throw. Got a curl route near side. Caught at the 41 of the Tigers. And inside the 35 down to the 33 is Vandrevius Jacobs. Picks up 16 yards. And now we're starting to see this Gamecock offense, Jacob, get some chunk plays.
Yeah, they're also going fast, too, because, look, Ole Miss went fast last week against LSU. Tried to keep him out of some of those exotic looks that they run there. So you're seeing them try to replicate what Ole Miss did just a couple of weeks ago.
Another first down and 10 this time at the LSU 33-yard line. Trip receivers to the left. Design run again. Sellers hit just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. He'll get down to the 31 before being brought down there by Whit Weeks.
That's a nice job by Whit Weeks there. You could tell, like, he has basically got the quarterback man. They know that Lenore Sellers is going to have some design quarterback runs here. And just because you got a guy there does not mean it's easy to get him down. It's a nice job by Whit Weeks keeping that at a 2-yard gain.
We mentioned Lenore Sellers, kind of all of the offense, running, and, of course, as the quarterback throwing the ball. I don't think these wide receivers for Carolina get enough publicity. Nick Harbor, along with Vandrevius Jacobs, they've had stellar seasons thus far. Here's Sellers again, sprinting out to his right, trying to drop it down the field on the throw, and it's broken up and incomplete near side. He's looking for Jordan Dingle, the Kentucky transfer out of Bowling Green. And that'll set up third down and 8. In fact, Nick Harbor, one of the fastest in all of college football. He's got world-class speed, and Jacobs has had back-to-back 100-yard receiving games. He's already been involved in the offense here. But now a huge Bengal pest product third down for these Tigers. Third and 8 at the LSU 31-yard line with 8:49 to go, and LSU leading 3-0. Sellers in the shotgun. He's going to run. Got a lead blocker, but he's going to be caught and very short of the line to gain. Thrown back after reaching the LSU 29-yard line on a gain of 2. Excellent job by Tamarcus Cooley coming up. Really able to wrap up, and it looks like the Gamecocks will come out and try for a field goal.
Yeah, it's a really nice job by LSU. In years past, look, that play has given them some issues defensively, but you had a couple of really nice jobs. You mentioned Cooley there. Whit Weeks, though, really sets that edge right there, kind of in the middle on the shoulder of that lineman and doesn't allow Lenore Sellers to go upfield.
47-yard try from the near side hash. William Joyce out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, puts a foot into it, but it is nowhere close. Wide right, and the Tigers hold on to their 3-0 lead. Joyce had a long this season of 49 yards against the Bulldogs of South Carolina State, but did not have the angle there. And with 8:04 remaining, timeout on the field. Tigers get the football, leading 3-0 over South Carolina. LSU Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor. That's Hancock Whitney. At Hancock Whitney, we don't leave Tigers' season to chance. That's why thousands of our official LSU Visa debit cards come with extra good luck this year. Get yours at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. 3-0. LSU leads. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, this is Bob McLaren with 44 Farms. We're so honored that you're enjoying our 44 Farms Tiger Dogs in Tiger Stadium. Did you know we've been turning meals into celebrations since 1909? You can do the same by visiting 44steaks.com. Go Tigers! 44 Farms, proud partners of LSU Athletics.
When the clock strikes 12, the night comes alive with thrills and chills. And hidden in the dark lies midnight money from the lottery. Win up to $13,000. This season, step out of the shadows, unmask your fortune, and play midnight money from the lottery. Top prize $13,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
It's game on, Tiger fans. From the backyard to the bayou, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power onboard gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years. Ford F-150 and your Southern Quality Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Let the good times roll.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Football on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
8:04 remaining, first quarter action here from Tigers Stadium on this Saturday night. South Carolina and LSU doing battle. Tigers up 3-0 here. And LSU Athletics once again would like to thank its corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Homecoming here on campus. Great weekend, as it always is. Great atmosphere all around the stadium. Starting yesterday, to be honest with you. It'll be first down and 10 at the 29. Snap to Nuss. Dropping back. Drops it off underneath. Bauer sharp with the reception. Comes near side. 35 and up near the 40-yard line. He'll pick up a Louisiana Blue first down. One of those great plays that will get Garrett into the rhythm, Jacob. Not an easy throw. He was backpedaling, but Bauer Sharp made it easy on him.
Yeah, it's a wrinkle off a play that we've seen a lot with Thomas motioning into the backfield. That's certainly one of those bye-week plays that you add to your repertoire.
First down and 10 after the 11-yard pickup from the 40-yard line. This time they'll hand it off. It's Durham. Good to see him back in there after missing the Ole Miss game. And he'll forge ahead to about the 42-yard line, picks up 2 yards. Nick Barrett and Monkel Goodwine up front for the Gamecocks, able to eventually bring him down. 7:19 clock rolling here, first quarter. Substitutions, now they shift the receivers around. They'll send 3 wide to the right, 2 to the left. It'll be an empty backfield here for Nussmeier. The Gamecocks 4 with their hand in the dirt at the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap back, a 4-man rush. Nussmeier escapes down the far side hash, and a head-first slide to midfield will pick up a Louisiana Blue first down. You can hear the swell of the crowd when Nuss pulled and went around the edge. Fred Johnson, the middle linebacker, was there eventually to make the tackle, but it will be a Louisiana Blue first down right at midfield on the Tiger Eye.
Yeah, look, that's the play, too. So it's good to see Garrett be able to tuck the ball, run there. If they're going to give that to you, if they're going to give you that running lane, you can pick up a first down. You take it every single time.
I'll tell you what, I think they're going to take a look at a targeting call because the defender put his helmet in the square of his back.
The field as the ball carrier made the line to gain. The previous play is under further review.
So we'll go under review for the first time tonight as they want to take a look at the spot. Again, Nussmeier, watching the replay, kind of lunged head first from about his own 47-yard line trying to get to midfield. And I'm sure, Jacob, they're going to go back and say, when did his knee or possibly an arm or shoulder hit the ground? And whether or not this will be a first down and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he did dive for it. He didn't slide. Usually when you slide, obviously it goes down where you start your slide. So it's going to be where the ball actually landed with him diving head first there. It's going to be close, but like again, going back to the play, like if the play gives you that, then you take that, right? If everybody's covered, they give you the run lane there. He's athletic enough to be able to go make that play.
Seeing the replay up here, to me it looks like his knee was down before the mark. They're about to show it again on the big screen, but we did get one play down here.
Yeah, I see his knee down. It looks to be, it looks around the 49. And we'll wait and see as they still are talking with the collaborative replay back in Birmingham. And now we'll get the call from our crew chief, Steve Marlowe.
After further review, the ball carrier did not make the line to gain. It'll be third down at the 49.5-yard line.
So as you heard Marlowe say, it'll be third down and about a yard from the 49.5-yard line. 6.5 minutes with the clock stopped here in the first quarter, with LSU leading 3-0. Well, again, a manageable third down here. And the Tigers were 0 in the first half against Ole Miss. And that was the story of the game. Ole Miss right around 50% conversions on the afternoon. LSU could not get them off the field. And the Tigers could not sustain drives. So far tonight, LSU 0 for 2 on the season. The Tigers about 42% conversion rate.
Got Jack Pyburn in the game at fullback here. Let's see if we see something similar we saw to the Florida game.
Pyburn, Sharp, along with Durham. They'll lead block. Durham trying to get to midfield, was stood up, and right now the spot not very favorable as they come off the sideline. Well, they've adjusted it just slightly, but initially they were short of the 50 according to where they were running. And we've got a Gamecock slow to get up. That is Nick Barrett, the defensive tackle. He's down at the 50 as the trainers come out. But I still don't like the look of this spot. We'll see. Nope, they will say the nose of the football. Looked like Marlowe said first down, but no, the chain gang not moving yet.
Yeah, so on a play like that, look, it's not going to be blocked up perfectly. You're not going to have these, huge holes where you can drive a truck through them. It's going to be tight quarters there. So I'd like to see Caden Durham, once you make your decision to go ahead and go forward, then you're not looking for the 15, 20-yard run. You're looking for the 1-yard run. So get low, get your pads down there, drive north and south, and then that way you pick up the first down. Look, a 1-yard run is what you're trying to get done here, not an 11-yard run.
So again, they're still taking a look at Nick Barrett. Now they're helping him up. And for the most part on his own power. And they do now indicate it will be a first down and 10 for LSU. So first and 10, now back at midfield. So the 1-yard gain by Durham gives the Tigers a fresh set of downs here, leading 3-0. First down brought to you, as always, by Louisiana Blue. First and 10. Under 6 minutes to go, first quarter. 3-0 Tigers lead. Again, empty backfield. 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Quick fire. Catch going to be made by Parker at the Gamecock 45. He's driven out of bounds, but he reaches the 42-yard line and picks up 8 yards. Kyle Parker kind of coming into his own here of late. Swain and Stewart help combine on the stop. LSU lines up quickly here. First down, or rather second down and 2. And they'll hand it off straight up the middle, trying to get to the 40, and it appears he has it. That's Harlem Berry, the freshman.
Yeah, see, that's what we're kind of talking about. You go back to it. It's not going to be pretty sometimes on short yardage, but it's how can I get the first down, right? I find any kind of crease, any kind of even just a shoulder of a defender where I can go north and south. That's a nice job by a young running back.
Berry will stay in. He'll be on a wing to the right side of Garrett Nussmeier in the shotgun. Now they'll motion Thomas left to right, 2 wide to the left. Thomas lines up wide, short side of the field of the formation. Carolina cheating up into the box here. They've got 8 in the box. Here's the snap. They'll drop back in coverage. They send 5. Quick throw out to Berry inside the 40, and he's carried into the Carolina sideline at about the 38-yard line. A pickup of 3. Sean Murphy, the weak side linebacker, able to get him out of bounds.
was a nice job by Garrett. Even, it's supposed to be a quick throw, but still he didn't have a lot of time there. He had to kind of buy some time with his legs, kind of moving himself back into the right. Still, look, enough arm strength to get that ball out there to the flats.
And as the Tigers line up, motion sharp from right to left, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Quick fire by Nussmeier. Long throw, going to be caught by Parker near side. Makes his way down to the Carolina 28-yard line. Picks up a Louisiana Blue first down. Brandon Siss was there to eventually stop him. But Kyle Parker back-to-back catches, and the Tigers look at another Louisiana Blue first down, marching deeper into Carolina territory with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, leading 3-0. Parker going to check out. Chris Hilton onto the field. He and Trey'Dez Green line up wide to the left. Out wide to the right is Nick Anderson. Nussmeier in the shotgun along with Harlem Berry. Calls for the snap and gets it. Looks right again, unloads, looking downfield, and just out of the reach of Nick Anderson in the front right corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. Bakari Swain was on coverage.
Yeah, no surprise that Nussmeier tries to take a shot there. South Carolina, they lined up in it. They showed it. They were playing cover one. They're playing man across the board with one high safety there. You've got some speed at receiver. You try to take a shot. Look, it's our guy versus their guy. It's actually a nice play by the defensive back there, but no surprise Nussmeier saw that and wanted to take a shot on first down.
So after taking that shot on first down, now looking at second down at 10, again at the Carolina 28-yard line, leading 3-0. Tight formation, 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Quick fire into the flat, but the throw a little low. Nick Anderson goes down and gets it, but falls on the turf after a 2-yard gain. We'll set up 3rd down and 8 now for LSU. This defense for Carolina losing 5 players who went in the first 4 rounds of last year's NFL draft. But Clayton White, the defensive coordinator, as we mentioned, able to coach him up here in 2025, giving up just 18 points a game. 3rd down and 8 from the 26. Trip receivers right, including Trey'Dez Green. Here's the snap. Nussmeier drops back 5 steps. Little pressure comes. He'll throw. Green has it at the 14 near side. Right on the numbers. Inside the 10, down to the Carolina 7-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. It'll be first down, goal to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Well, it's a really nice job by Nussmeier. He had pressure, but he knew he was going to take a shot. He just kind of drifted to his left, to be able to buy enough time to be able to deliver that pass.
Juwan Johnson in the backfield. Quick snap. Get it off to Thomas on a screen. He tries to bust through a couple of Carolina defenders, makes his way down just to the 1-yard line. Picks up 6 yards. It'll be second down, goal to goal now at the Gamecock 1-yard line. Nussmeier lining him up quickly. He'll keep Johnson out there as the running back. Parker out wide to the right, along with Barry on Brown. Thomas wide to the left. Nussmeier under center. Carolina crowding the line of scrimmage. Now Nuss will rise up, step back in to the shotgun. They'll move Green from the left of the formation to the right of the formation. Nuss now calls for the shotgun snap. Gives it to Johnson. Sidesteps one man. Lunges forward, trying to get in. No indication yet. He's laying in the end zone. Still no indication. Carolina comes out of the pile with the football, and the officials right now seem to have no answer for what just happened. Steve Marlowe coming over, grabbing his colleague, saying, hey, what happened, guys?
I'll tell you, I'm in the end zone here, and so Johnson extended his arms. As he was extending the arms, the ball came loose. To me, the question's going to be whether or not his knees were down. Felt like the ball broke the plane, but did he have possession? This is definitely going to go to a replay.
Gordy, did you see a beanbag at all?
I did not see a beanbag.
Gotcha. And they're still talking it over. The officials huddled up between both teams down there near the goal line.
Yeah, you're right. They're not sure what's going on right now.
LSU still lobbying that it's a touchdown.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense in the end zone. Touchback.
And they'll say it's a fumble and recovered by the Gamecocks. And the touchback will give Carolina the football. And a great opportunity to score goes awry.
Well, definitely this is going to replay. Yeah, there's not going to be any question about it. Hadn't really seen a shot of it yet there, but...
Yeah, I tell you, I just saw a shot from the end zone view. And to me, indeed, in my first reaction, first time through, was that the ball did come loose. And after seeing the replay, I think that call is going to be upheld, unfortunately.
So we go under review to make sure, but the ruling on the field Johnson with the fumble just before breaking the plane. Carolina recovers. They say it's a touchback. Each review brought to you by Acme Oyster House. We got a timeout on the field. LSU leading 3-0. I'll tell you what the review finds out when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a fourth-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org. The Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Champions make plays on the field and in life. With LSU Online, you can keep your career moving, earn your degree, and still run your own game plan. Learn anytime from anywhere and take the next step toward your goal line. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Go behind the scenes. Check out our booth cam on Facebook and YouTube from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Well, we're back here at Tiger Stadium, and after they went to review, the call on the field will stand. It was confirmed that it was a fumble at the goal line by Jawan Johnson trying to get in to score the first touchdown of the game. Carolina able to swat it free before he broke the plane, recover it, and now they have the football 1st and 10 at their own 20 with LSU leading 3-0 here with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Stack two receivers to the left. Now they'll orbit motion a receiver at the snap. Sellers, time in the pocket, drops it off near side. Nice little step at the 20 to get free up to about the 27-yard line before going down, and that's Brian Rowe Jr., the receiver out of Concord, North Carolina. Picks up about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Gamecocks.
7 yards. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Sellers will send out trip receivers to the left. That's the wide side of the field as they scrimmage from the near side hash. Motion to tight end. Here's the snap. Sellers with the handoff. It'll be Matt Fuller, and Fuller fighting for whatever he can on the ground. Maybe picked up a yard, that's all. Bernard Gooden and Jack Pyburn were there for LSU on the tackle. We reach a minute remaining here in the first quarter. 3-0 LSU leading. A couple of missed opportunities early, and that's kind of been the story for LSU.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if the ball leaves number 16 hands right here on this 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 2. Gamecocks 1 for 2 on 3rd down so far tonight. They'll motion a receiver left to right. Here's the shotgun snap. They're going to give it to Fuller, and he's got a huge hole up the middle. Breaks it outside, far side. Outside the numbers to the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he will score. 72-yard run for Matt Fuller. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, and the Gamecocks take a 6-3 lead with 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Cedric Surratt Jr., the left guard for the Gamecocks, shaken up on the play. He's way back down at the 26-yard line of Carolina as the trainers come out to look. But Shane Beamer said this week they've got to find someone else to run the football beyond Lenore Sellers because, frankly, Jacob, when he's in those situations, as you said, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to keep the ball. That time they give it to Fuller, and he does the job.
And credit to him, a lot of times on tape, even when it says give to the running back, he's pulled it, and he's made an incredible play and got the first down. But that was the read there. You had Jack Pyburn come off the edge right to the quarterback. That is the read. Give the football there, and it's a nice job by the running back finishing the play down the field. I mean, one missed tackle kind of at the line of scrimmage, one in the defensive backfield, and South Carolina takes the lead.
So again, waiting on the point after try upcoming as they still take a look at the injured Gamecock Surratt near the line of scrimmage on that play. South Carolina, previous longest play from scrimmage, longest run from scrimmage this year, Jacob, had been 30 yards.
Yep. I remember breaking it down on tape, and that was it. I mean, you didn't have explosion there. And you looked at their running back, CB, and it's like you didn't have a running back that averaged 4 yards a carry. They have got nothing from that position, so this is by far their most explosive play of the year.
In fact, Patrick Wright just pointed out their longest play of scrimmage period was 64 yards on a pass play. So that will be their longest play of scrimmage. A run right up the gut, broke it outside to the far sideline, and boy, Fuller showing some speed. Had separation down the distance and eventually found the end zone. So now William Joyce, after they still helping Surratt, who is limping with help from the trainers to get to that Carolina sideline. He is still yet to make it there. But it will be William Joyce, the fifth-year senior, former Spartanburg High School star there in the upstate of South Carolina, on to try to make it a 7-3 Carolina lead here with just 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Waiting on the snap. Here it comes. Placement down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 7-3. Carolina takes the lead with 25 seconds remaining here in the first stanza. Fans, Bud Light, proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. Gordy Rush, a Sunshine sideline report. As we all were talking a moment ago, we haven't seen a lot of big runs against this LSU defense. That time, a couple of breakdowns, a missed tackle there near the second level, and then Fuller does the rest.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first times we've seen this season where a safety pursuit, it was actually, I think Cooley took too flat of an angle, and Fuller simply outran him. But Jacob, we talked about it in pregame. That's all the misdirection and eye candy, the movement that LSU had some struggles with 2 weeks ago at Ole Miss, and that's what South Carolina gave them. But linemen pulled both directions. Sellers flowed out to the right and left a huge gap in the middle of the line for Fuller.
I mean, talk about a momentum switch as well. You're down on the 1 yard line, and you're going to have multiple chances to go and score. You fumble it there. A couple plays later, South Carolina hits their head on the goalpost after, a 70-plus yard run.
Short kick going to be fielded by Xavion Thomas. Near side, Xavion back to the middle of the field across the 20, the 25. And eventually brought down near the 28-yard line. That's where LSU will start. Now trailing for the first time tonight, 7-3. And to the point I made to Gordy moments ago, LSU, before that run by Matt Fuller, longest run allowed this season, 25 yards. Longest pass play, 33 yards.
They've done a really nice job all year. I mean, LSU's defense have not given up the explosives there. And look, when you have a lot of attention on one player there, if he reads it right, gives his key and gives it the ball there, you can get caught off guard, and they certainly were.
On first down, pistol formation. Handoff going to go to Harlem Berry. Wanted to go right, tried to cut back to his left, and Carolina was waiting for him. A team of Gamecocks bring him down after no gain. It will be second down and 10 for LSU, and that should be the final play of the first quarter. Clock will dwindle down. And we have played 15 minutes here in Baton Rouge. And the visiting Carolina Gamecocks take the lead late in the first stanza. They lead 7-3. Second quarter action coming your way next after this timeout on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, college football fans. I know you'd do anything for a win on game day.
And an ice cold Bud Light.
Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot
or parked on the couch,
sitting on your lucky stool at the bar,
or standing in the fan section all game long,
the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win
into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that.
Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
BRQ Seafood and Barbecue is your ultimate destination for food, fun, and an unforgettable experience. Come enjoy our daily specials or indulge in our brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Planning an event? Choose to have BRQ cater your event or host your gathering on our outdoor patio, the backyard. Plus, as the official catering services of LSU Athletics, we are the top choice for your game day celebrations and special events. Join us at BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, where food, fun, and unforgettable moments await.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
We return to second quarter action of LSU Fighting Tiger football, presented by Dudley DeBosier on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, getting set to start the second quarter of action. Visiting South Carolina Gamecocks lead your Tigers 7-3. LSU Athletics once again would like to thank its corporate partners: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Glad to have you on board with us tonight. Homecoming 2025 here at LSU. As you would expect, SEC tilt, first home game in several weeks. It's a packed house here at legendary Tiger Stadium. I want to thank you wherever you are tuned in tonight. Big Tiger fan in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. A shout out to Bart tuned in tonight. Right now, hoping his Tigers can turn it on. They'll look at second down and 10 from their own 28. Switch sides of the field. They'll attack now left to right towards the south end zone. Taking a look at the first quarter stats. Brought to you by Hancock Whitney. The Gamecocks, 126 total yards of offense. Of course, 72 of that on the touchdown by Matt Fuller. Gamecocks with 4 first downs, 79 yards rushing, 47 through the air off the arm of Sellers. For LSU, 78 yards total offense through 1 quarter of play, 5 first downs, 19 on the ground, 59 through the air. Nussmeier, by the way, 7 of 10 for those 59 yards. Back to action, second down and 10 at the 28. Nuss backpedals. Time over the middle. Catch made. It's Kyle Parker. Grabs it at the 34 and pushed across to about the 37-yard line. It'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Should set up third down and a yard. Justin Okoronkwo was there to make the tackle for Carolina. Third and a yard out of the shotgun. The snap, the give, and right up the middle, picking up the first down and then some across the 40 to near the 42-yard line. This is Caden Durham. So the Tigers with a Louisiana Blue first down, fresh set of downs.
Yeah, that's the kind of run that I'm talking about. That's what you do on short yardage situations. That was a nice job by Caden Durham. Look, you find one crease, you go north and south, you get the first down, then everything after that is lanyard. But the first down is the most important thing. So that's a nice job by the young running back, kind of learning from that first opportunity.
Another Gamecock slow to get up after the play, and this could be bad news for South Carolina. Gabriel Brownlow-Dindy was slow to get up. He had to be called into action after Nick Barrett left the game earlier in the first quarter. First and 10 now for the Tigers at their own 42-yard line. 2 receivers right, single back in Durham. He'll get the carry, trying to get outside to the left, and he breaks off one arm tackle. He's loose up the far sideline and eventually slung out of bounds, but not before he reaches the Carolina 35. Fred Johnson was eventually able to catch up with him and force him into the boundary. But a 43-yard pickup, 23, and that sets up another Louisiana Blue first down. The Tigers on the move here. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Nussmeier lines up, Now looks over to the near sideline. He and Durham. Now they'll move Bauer Sharp, the tight end, to the left of the formation. Carolina with 4 down at the line of scrimmage. 6 in the box. No rush forward. Nussmeier looking to air it out near side. One-on-one. Flag comes out. Looking for Hilton. It's incomplete. But this one may be going against Brandon Siss. The cornerback trying to stay step.
Pass interference. Defense number 15. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And indeed, it will be defensive pass interference. Second penalty of the game for Carolina. And it will march the football deeper into their territory. They'll put the ball down on the far side hash at the 20-yard line. So the Capital One red zone, another visit for LSU, hoping to have a little more success than last time. 1st and 10 at the 20. Substitutions in offensively. Now we'll see Thomas and Brown, the receivers, to the left. Kyle Parker, check that. Trades Green to the right. He'll take it on the slant. Gamecocks miss a couple of tackles as he made the grab at about the 12. He's inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line. Gerald Kilgore got the stop, but there's another Gamecock slow to get up. That was the first man to miss, Trades Green. He's down on his knees at about the 14-yard line as the training crew coming out. And right now, Gamecocks losing personnel play after play.
It's a mash unit down there for them in the injury tent. They came into the game already kind of banged up there, but what a nice job. I mean, Trades Green didn't have a lot of time, right? When he caught the slant, I mean, there was a defender right there. It's actually the defender that he made miss right when he caught the football. It's down on the ground right now. So nice job by Trades Green getting upfield, and there wasn't a lot of room for error there in that, but he made an athletic move, got upfield.
So again, they're working on the injured Gamecock defender at the 14-yard line. Both teams now move to their respective sidelines with 13:29 remaining here in the first half, and Carolina leading 7-3. Fans Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, proud to be the official health insurance of LSU athletics. Live Louisiana, we've got you. We've got an injury timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. 7-3, Carolina leads, but your Tigers looking at first down, goal to go from the Gamecock 5 when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
He's got a seam. He's down the near side hash. Tiger fans, if you've ever wanted to listen to the LSU Sports Radio Network while watching your Fighting Tigers on TV, now you can, and it's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Watch the Tigers and listen with the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
15-10-5, touchdown, Tigers! Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
Second quarter action continues. Presented by Dudley DeBosier. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Football on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
13:29 remaining, first half action at Tiger Stadium. South Carolina leading LSU 7-3. LSU Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Hancock Whitney. At Hancock Whitney, they don't leave the Tigers season to chance. That's why thousands of their official LSU Visa debit cards come with extra good luck this year. Want to know more? Well, get yours at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Another opportunity, Jacob, inside, deep inside the Capital One red zone here after the catch by Trades Green. His second catch on the night. In fact, his first catch since the opening game against Clemson. Obviously, Trades injured, missed a couple of outings, but He has set the Tigers up in fine fashion here. It'll be first down, goal to goal. They mark it at the Carolina 6. Last time, things did not go well at that part of the field. On the other end, hopefully the south end zone more favorable for the Tigers.
South end zone's my favorite end zone. I'll tell you that. But they got to get 7 here, right? I mean, the momentum that South Carolina was able to get after you fumbled at the goal line there, 7 has to be what you come away with here.
Nussmeier lined up under center now. He'll step back into the gun. They'll bunch 4 receivers to the right, 1 lone receiver to the left, looking for Trey-Dez. There's the throw. There's the catch. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 6-yard score. Nussmeier throws it up in the left corner. Trey-Dez Green, 6'7", 240 pounds, goes up, brings it down over the top of 6'2", 200-pound Judge Collier, the cornerback assigned to try to keep Trey-Dez Green from getting that football, and the Tigers regain the lead 9-7 with a point after upcoming.
You know, they've used that play a lot so far this year. I think that was the best of the throws of that play, right? They tried against Ole Miss, kind of gets tipped around, they score.
Sportsmanlike conduct, number 10, offense. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. That's the first unsportsmanlike for number 10.
So Bowers Sharp, a little too excited there after the score. The Tiger tight end whistled for unsportsmanlike. He assessed on the kickoff. So Damian Ramos will line up. Grant Chadwick will hold. Silas Hall, the freshman out of Baton Rouge, will snap it back. Here it comes, placement down. Damian swings the leg, it's up and good, and the Tigers now back on top, 10-7. 13:01 remaining. Plenty of time left here in the second quarter. That Trey-Dez Green touchdown brought to you by Louisiana Blue, the official health insurance of LSU Athletics. Damian Ramos adds another point total to his heralded career. With that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Tigers General Scholarship Fund for student athletes across all sports. Thank you, Allstate.
It's what you had to do down there. You had to come away with a touchdown, right? I mean, it's so easy to lose momentum when you fumble on the 1-yard line. They go for a 70-plus yard run.
Now wearing number 86.
And so now you get down there again. If you would have come away with a field goal, I mean, that would have been devastating for kind of the momentum of this game. So you end it in the end zone, and now you got it right back there. So nice job by the LSU offense. Great throw, great catch.
Nick Harbor and Jaquel Holman back deep for the Gamecocks. Aaron Burrell will have to tee it up at the 20-yard line due to the unsportsmanlike after the score. Assessed to Bowers Sharp. But the Bossier City Bomber, let's see what he can do with this one from his own 20. Puts a foot into it. Massive kick, end over end, far side, coming up, fielded at about the 6-yard line by Harbor. He'll cut across middle of the field at the 25 and is upended. Almost a somersault across the 30 to about the 31, and that's where the Carolina Gamecocks will start on offense. Trailing now 10-7 with just under 13 minutes to go in the first half. Fans, it's hard to stop a train, but it's easy to afford one at TrainSouth.com. Find an AC and heating dealer with special offers. TrainSouth.com, proud partner of LSU Athletics. So the Tigers, after a 6-play, 72-yard drive, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Touchdown pass from Nussmeier to Trey-Dez Green. Deep orbit motion on first down, but they'll hand it off to the first back through. Squeezing through left tackle is Rajul Faison. Picks up a couple of yards to about the 33-yard line. Pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. DJ Pickett and A.J. Halsey coming up to help make that stop for LSU. It'll be 2nd down and 8, just shy of the Carolina's own 33-yard line. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the short side of the field. That's the left. Shotgun formation. Sellers drops back. Pressure comes. He's sprinting to his right. Tigers giving chase. Sellers throws against his body, and it's incomplete. And a late flag comes out. Boy, I don't know if there was any chance to retrieve that football. As that time the intended receiver, Brian Rowe, was making a beeline towards the Carolina sideline. Almost looked like the throw was behind him. But they're going to say LSU a little aggressive here. At least that's the indication with a flag down at the Carolina 47. And we'll find out right here.
Pass interference, defense, 0. Automatic first down.
Second penalty of the night for LSU. It's a costly one to Marcus Cooley. And I'm not sure, didn't see a replay as of yet. I'm not sure if maybe he a little too much hand play or grabbed him just as he started to make the break. But indeed, it did come out and sets up Carolina 1st and 10 now near midfield. Mark the ball at their own 47-yard line. Faison stays in at running back. Pistol formation behind Sellers. And they'll try a little end around. Faison gets the handoff. He's going to hand it off to Brian Rowe, who goes far side. Dances down that sideline and picks up 9 yards before being forced out of bounds. He'll set up 2nd down and a little more than a yard here for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Butler kind of gives up contain on that side there. Crashes a little too far down. Easy corner there for running back to be able to make a play.
2nd down and a yard. They'll hand it off, and this is Faison back in, and he will pick up the 1st down. And a couple of more down to the LSU 41-yard line. Pyburn and Devon Keys in there at linebacker helped to make the tackle for LSU. 11:37, clock rolling, 2nd quarter, 10-7 LSU leads. Carolina on the march here. 1st down and 10 at the LSU 41. Sellers spinning to his left, looking downfield, now forced back. Pressure coming. Ball almost knocked loose, but he somehow breaks a couple of tackles and makes his way to the LSU 40-yard line. Walter Mathis looked like he might have had a chance to bring him down behind the line, but credit Sellers. And one of the things about Lenore Sellers, not only is he a great athlete, he's a big dude, and he is not easy to bring down, as we just witnessed.
No, he's one of the hardest guys to get down in the country. I mean, he is so strong, and he's still looking down the field to make a play with guys hanging off of him there. LSU lucky it's only a 2-yard pickup there.
Sellers lucky. He was handling it like a loaf of bread, and now as they line up, here comes a false start against the Gamecocks, and that will drive Shane Beamer absolutely bonkers.
Illegal snap, 50 offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Boaz Stanley, the redshirt junior out of Bogart, Georgia. The guilty party for the Gamecocks, and that'll back them up. Looking at 2nd down, about 13 with the ball just inside the LSU 45-yard line. Tiger fans, we're honored to serve 44 Farms Tiger Dogs here in legendary Tiger Stadium, and you can enjoy their premium Angus beef at home. Just visit 44steaks.com. Go Tigers. 44 Farms, proud partner of LSU Athletics. 2nd and 13. Carolina with the football at the LSU 44, and at the snap, another flag and another false start on Carolina. Crowd starting to impact the Gamecocks a little bit.
Number 5-yard penalty.
And guess what, Jacob? Just because the crowd forced 2 false starts, they're not going to stop. Carolina's just playing right into their hands.
Yeah, so if you're Shane Beamer, you're right. I mean, you have an incredible play by your quarterback. He breaks through 4 tackles, gains 3 yards, and then all of a sudden you give 10 yards right back there, and now you're 2nd and forever.
2nd and a cab ride here. 2nd and 18, now back at the LSU 49. Empty backfield for Sellers. Here's the snap. 3 steps, throws across the middle, had a man wide open. He bobbled it. It bounced off his knee and his shin. He tried to grab it, but they'll say incomplete at the LSU 35. That's Nick Harbor. He was wide open. I'm not sure, look at the replay here, if it was maybe not thrown where it needed to be, but that's a big missed opportunity for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, he found the soft place in coverage there and just not able to hang on to the football. I mean, he had 4 or 5 chances to catch the football. That's what we talked about earlier in the pregame, right? You're looking for it. Like, Nick Harbor looks the part. He's fast. He's big. He's strong. That's a play he has to make.
So 3rd and 18. They're going to take a look at the play. So we'll go under review once again, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. But a huge upcoming play here. Again, you've given up the lead if you're South Carolina, 10-7. And as you said, Jacob, had a little momentum. It was only a 3-yard gain by Sellers, but if you're the Gamecock teammates, you're like, hey, look at our guy, QB1 out there giving it up. And then they go back-to-back penalties, then a drop, maybe a bad throw to an open receiver, and suddenly they're staring down 3rd and 18 from just inside positive territory.
Jacob, I've gotten 2 looks at it. To me, the ball hits the ground. It's clearly incomplete.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
For sure. Yeah.
3rd down.
Yeah, he tried to sell it.
He did.
He tried to sell it there. But, look, that's a play that's going to drive Shane Beamer crazy because you get most of the yards back, and then it's like, okay, well, now we're third and manageable. We can come up with a play. We don't have to be Superman here. Now you got to be Superman. It's 3rd and 18 again.
I'll tell you this. Looking at Coach Beamer on that sideline, he's going to be using my barber here soon if they don't get things put together. 3rd down and 18, again at the 49-yard line. 9:59 remaining here in the second quarter with LSU leading 10-7. Sellers now will step up to the line. LSU with 5 near the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks have 3 wideouts to the right, 1 receiver short side to the left. They'll move the running back to the left hip. Here's the snap. Tigers coming after Sellers. He spins away to his left. Still looking downfield. Now will just get out of bounds. And a good job that time by Whit Weeks, who was coming full speed. And just as Sellers stepped out of bounds, Whit was able to put on the brakes. So again, he'll pick up a couple of yards. Still going to be 4th and forever. And it looks like the punt unit on the way out. Well, I'll give LSU's defense a lot of credit. South Carolina didn't help themselves, but how about an assist to the fans here at Tiger Stadium?
Yeah, that was real right. Like, it's one of those deals that's like, okay, I know I have to stop. I know I can't hit him on the sideline, but did you see him just break 3 tackles, right? So it's kind of that hard in between for Whit Weeks, so nice job by him.
Freshman punter Mason Love takes it at the 40, lets it fly from the 44 of Carolina. Xavion Thomas going over far side, calls for the fair catch, brings it in at the 15-yard line after a 32-yard punt. Timeout on the field, 9:31 remaining. LSU leading South Carolina 10-7. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted experts for all your home service needs. With over 35 years of dedicated service, we prioritize your comfort and satisfaction. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we bring our expertise to every game, from installations to repairs. Our team delivers honest pricing with no surprises. Call us today at 225-777-8888 and experience the difference with Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go Tigers!
Trust isn't given, it's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
We return to second quarter action of LSU Fighting Tiger football, presented by Dudley DeBosier on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
As we continue on this Saturday night from Death Valley, let's pause 10 seconds, station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hear the Tigers roar worldwide. The LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
LSU leading South Carolina so far 10-7 after regaining the lead moments ago here in the early moments of the second quarter. There's 9:31 remaining before halftime. Earlier tonight, back in the first quarter, LSU had the opportunity to think an absolute legend. When you think of those 3 letters, our good friend Doug Morrow, 50-plus years on the air, both radio and television, not to mention a heralded career as an LSU Tiger, a kicker, a wide receiver, a tight end, All-American honors, on to play the NFL, and then, of course, became an integral part of the Baton Rouge community as a judge as well as a district attorney, and LSU honoring the great Doug Morrow tonight. Well deserved. LSU ready to go. 1st and 10. Long throw to the near side, to the numbers, to the 25. To Barryon Brown, and he'll haul it in at the 25 and pick up a first down. Gain of 11 yards. Judge Collier was on coverage. So 1st and 10 now, moves it up just shy of the LSU 26-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Working from the near side hash. They'll hand it off and just caught. Almost made it to the second level was Caden Durham. But Carolina able to get Jerron Willis, his big paw in there to bring Caden down just as he was about to get by him. Picks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it's a good call by you. You're right. That was not far away. And so those are plays. Look, you keep chipping away. You keep chipping away. You don't go away from it just because it gained 2-3 yards. You come back to that one. Eventually, that does hit on the second level.
2nd down and 8 at the 28-yard line. This time under center, Nussmeier. Going to hand it off, and again, trying a little bit of a cut. And Carolina, again, able to kind of sweep the leg. Bakari Swain credited on the stop as Durham tripped up. It'll be 3rd down and about 8. Tigers 3 for 5 on 3rd down so far tonight as the Gamecocks make some substitutions along the defense. We'll say 3rd and a short 8. We'll say 3rd and 7. Ball just inside the 29-yard line of LSU. Send 3 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Now they'll motion and bring Harlem Berry back to the left hip, or rather right hip of Nussmeier. He'll take the snap. Here comes an all-out blitz, and the throw going to be short arm, looking for Thomas at the 36, but it's incomplete. And it looks like Nuss took a hit, and he is slow to get up. He tried to get up. Now he's back down to a knee. He's going to try to get up again, and you can tell as he just kind of slowly jogs his way to the near sideline as the punt unit comes out. But he took a shot as Carolina. It was going to be interesting tonight how much the Gamecocks and their coordinator, Clayton White, would dial up the blitzes, and they were able to get it there. Even though it was an incomplete pass, they got a shot on the LSU quarterback.
Yeah, he ended up bringing 6. They had a linebacker green dog as soon as the back got out into his route, and nobody accounted for him.
Gamecocks come after Chadwick, but he punts it away. Beautiful punt. Takes a bounce inside the 10, but couldn't check up, and it's into the end zone for a touchback. But that's about a 71-yard punt with heavy duress bearing down on him. Chadwick with the punt, and Carolina will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 7:28 remaining. Again, so forget what I said. They want to put it back to 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So 7:40 remains here in the second quarter as Carolina takes over, down 10-7. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake Health, proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake Health, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. You can learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Sellers will send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. A single back in Faison. On a sidecar to the left of Sellers. Low snap. He'll fake the end around. Sellers going to keep it, trying to get near side. LSU's got it all covered up, and he'll step out of bounds with no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 20. And that's the key, Jacob. You've mentioned it a couple of times. Gordy's talked about it. You have to set the edge to try to keep Sellers. Even in an expanded pocket, you don't want him getting to the corner and turning it north-south.
No, that's where he's the most dangerous anytime you get him on the run there. So you've got to string him out to the sideline like LSU did there. There has to be an edge or he's going to take advantage of it.
Single back again out of the shotgun. Sellers with 3 wide to the right. LSU coming after him. Sellers steps away from pressure to his right. Now we'll throw on the run, and the catch made up around the 30. Should be enough for a 1st down. Oh, nope, it'll be short. They'll say he's just shy. It's Brian Rowe that hauls it in.
Again, like that's another play right there. It's like, oh, if I'm a defender, do I commit to going after Sellers? Do I stay in my coverage? Because he can just extend plays. He breaks another tackle there, and it's really, you get caught. That's where Harold Perkins was. He was in the in-between of, do I go shoot for the quarterback? Do I stay in coverage? And that's because Lenore Sellers is so dangerous.
So they say just a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and a yard for the Gamecocks from their own 29. They must reach the 30. Snap to Sellers. Give off to Faison, and he will get it after making his way across the 30 to the 32-yard lines. Wes Weeks and Patrick Payton on the tackle for LSU as we roll to 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining second quarter. Tigers leading 10-7, and now we have time called by our crew chief. And it may be Let's see. Looks like maybe there was a Tiger needed to check out, asked to check out.
Yeah, that was Patrick Payton, and Butler is in the tent right now. So LSU at the present time down 2 defensive ends.
So now first down and 10 at the 33 with 5:56 clock moving here in the second quarter. Sellers stands into the shotgun. Give going to be to Jared Brown, and Brown coming near side, showing some speed, makes his way to the 45 after picking up 12 yards. That time Wes Weeks able to make the stop. DJ Pickett also coming up from the corner position to help out.
Yeah, we talk about it very, very often here already on the broadcast, though, but it is so important to get that edge set against South Carolina, not just for Lenore Sellers, but look, they'll get their guys on the edge because they haven't had success in the middle of any defense so far this year.
Gamecocks with 113 yards rushing thus far, and at the snap, another false start, it appears. His play is halted and flags fly. Stops the clock with 5:10.
Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The left tackle. A little jumpy. And again, those false starts starting to add up here for South Carolina.
Chris, a little update injury-wise. Jabari Butler's right ankle is taped. He's going into the locker room to go take a look at it. Patrick Payton has entered the injury tent. So that's 2 defensive ends. Dylan Carpenter, who's the 3rd-string defensive end, he's now in at left defensive end.
1st and 15 after the infraction, back at the 40-yard line of their own. Sellers, pressure coming, trying to get away. Gets set, fires, but nobody at home. He'll throw it into the LSU sideline, incomplete. And LSU getting closer and closer, Jacob, dialing up the pressure of getting to Sellers. That time they did a good job. He really had nowhere to go and just had enough room to throw it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things you gotta be careful when you send pressure because then it's coming from your second level. But LSU's like, hey, this is why we have been where we're at. Like we have to be aggressive there. We got to get a pass rush on him. You certainly can't let him sit back there all day and then create those angles on you.
Matt Fuller checks in at running back. Here's the snap to Sellers and a quick fire, but incomplete at the 45-yard line. Coming back for it was Brown, but the throw a little low. He could not cradle it underneath. That will be an incompletion. Set up 3rd and 15 now from the Carolina 40-yard line. Carolina 3 for 5 tonight on 3rd downs. They came into the game only about 36% on the season. Oscar Attaway the 3rd now, a 5'11", 219-pound grad student transferred in from North Texas. He'll check in as a running back for Carolina here. Sellers in the shotgun, takes the snap. Here comes pressure. Sellers steps up, throws deep down the field. Intercepted at the 22-yard line to Marcus Cooley with his 2nd interception of the season. And the Tigers with a takeaway of their own with 4:37 to go here in the second quarter.
When you watch the replay, you're going to see, so Cooley kind of baited Lenore Sellers that entire time. He was almost tiptoeing, daring him to throw that ball down the sideline there. And as soon as he saw him drop his arm down, he went immediately to go cover that. That was a really nice bait job by Tamarcus Cooley to get a veteran quarterback to throw that.
Timeout on the field, 4:37 remaining, second quarter. LSU with the lead, 10-7. They've got the football after the turnover when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
In Baton Rouge, locals don't just love their home, they love sharing it. Discover a city where culture is abundant, hospitality comes naturally, and the best spots are never kept secret. With the vibrancy of a big city and the ease of a weekend getaway, Baton Rouge invites you to slow down, savor, or soak it all in. Find your pace at visitbatonrouge.com.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
Second quarter action continues. Presented by Dudley DeBosier. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Football on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
Indeed, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across the great state of Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. 4:37 reigning here in the second quarter. LSU led early, 3-0. Carolina with a 70-plus yard touchdown run by Matt Fuller, who would get on the board, take the lead 7-3, and then LSU right back down the field. Garrett Nussmeier finds Trades Green to make it a 10-7 ball game. That's where we are. Big turnover, and you talked about it, Jacob. Great job by Cooley to kind of bait Lenora Sellers. And to your point, that's just the second interception Sellers has given up this year. He has been very judicious with the football, at least throwing. So a great job, 8th takeaway through the air by LSU's defense this year. And as we mentioned, Cooley with his second pick of the season. Now, again, Garrett Nussmeier a little slow to get up after that last possession on that third down play. But he was staying loose on the sideline, and he's back out there as LSU starts first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Shotgun snap, belt high. Nussmeier, quick release. Got a man open at the 25. It's Trades Green, and he'll make his way up near the 28-yard line before being pushed back by David Boosie. Fourth catch of the day for Trades Green, who, again, those games he missed, such a big weapon taken away from LSU. He is just a mismatch for defensive coordinators.
You're right about that. I mean, you can put him inside, you can put him outside, you can put him on the line of scrimmage, you can line him up anywhere, and he's a mismatch.
Second down and 2. Handoff to Durham. Durham, far side, trying to stay upright, but a shoestring tackle. Eventually, gravity pulls him down across the 35 up to the 37-yard line, but it's enough for a Louisiana Blue first down on a gain of 9 yards. And again, another time, Jacob, we're just an inch or two away, and he gets to full speed at the second level.
Yeah, I mean, it's close, so you got to keep calling it, keep coming back. I mean, he is close to breaking one of these runs, and again, it's a nice job on short yardage. Get the first down first, and then everything else is lanyard.
Durham on a sidecar to the right of Nussmeier, takes the shotgun snap. Plenty of time. He will unload down the center of the field. Hilton had it in his hands, but he drops it as he comes to a knee at the Carolina 20. Had his man beat. Good throw by Nussmeier, but coming down, he just couldn't hold it in. It's incomplete. Sets up second down and 10.
This place would have exploded if that was completed because, I mean, all the talk and Nussmeier and pushing the ball down the field, and is he able to do it? Where's his health at, right? You got to take those deep shots, and that might have been Garrett's best throw of the year to date there. It is in Chris Hilton's arms, and then unfortunately when it goes to ground, pops out.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 of the best throws this year have both been ruled incomplete. You go back to the Clemson game that was ruled out of bounds or not a completed catch, and that one there.
Yeah.
But tough news for the Gamecocks. Jalen Kilgore, one of their top defenders, the nickelback, slow to get up. He was down there on coverage and mostly on his own power. He makes his way to the Carolina sideline, but he is a big loss. He leads Carolina on the season. One of their defensive leaders, the junior out of Eatonton, Georgia. So, second and 10. They'll try it again here from their own 37-yard line. Nussmeier will empty the backfield. 5 wide, 2 to the left, the short side. 3 receivers to the right, including Trades Green. Nussmeier on the run, moves the pocket to his right, throws against his body, and the catch is hauled in down around the Carolina 44-yard line. They'll say he was out at the 46. Caden Durham. Nice little wheel route. He had 2 defenders in the area, but another good throw, and Durham found it first, high-pointed it, brings it in. 17-yard gain. It'll be first and 10 now at the Carolina 46. Quick snap. Handoff, trying to find a hole, and Carolina plugs them up. Not much doing there for Durham as Troy Pike stepped in. Middle, or I should say defensive tackle out of the Peach State makes the stop. 2nd down and 7 now at the 43 of Carolina. Durham in the backfield along with Nussmeier. Now they'll look to the near sideline. Barryon Brown out wide to the right. Kyle Parker in the slot right side. Green in the slot to the left. And Xavier Thomas, your wide out to the left side. Nuss looking left. Delivers and a little off the mark. Thomas goes Superman trying to bring it in at the 31, but it was out of his grasp and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 7 upcoming for the Tigers here with 2:21 remaining. Again, the 2-minute timeout will come our way to stop action. Tigers 3 for 6 this evening on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. That's actually a really good route by Thomas. Nussmeier just leads him to the sideline a little bit too much. Thomas found the space there in the coverage, sat down, and unable to come up with the Superman-like catch like you mentioned.
Single back, shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Nussmeier saying there was movement, but looks like it's going to go against the Tigers.
Offense number 14. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
As Green not quite set at the tight end position, so that will back up the Tigers here and make what was 3rd and slightly manageable. Moves them behind the chains to 3rd and 12. 3rd penalty of the night for the Tigers, who certainly were not as clean as they wanted to last time against Ole Miss. In fact, neither team was real clean when it comes to penalties in that matchup up in Oxford. 3rd down and 12 at the 48 after they back the Tigers up. Braylon Moore set to snap the football right on the Tigers' eye. Does so to Nussmeier. Nussmeier backpedaling. Now comes set. Throws, but it's overthrown and intercepted down at the 27-yard line. DQ Smith, the senior out of Columbia, South Carolina, former Spring Valley High product. Ball was overthrown. He was looking, I believe, for Parker. He couldn't get on a ladder to bring that one down, and DQ Smith was there for the 2nd defensive takeaway for the Gamecocks, and it comes at the 2:14 mark here in the 2nd quarter. Just kind of floated that one too much.
Yeah, and Kyle Parker was open. He was open. That's on footwork. That's what that errant pass is on, right? Sure, you've got some chaos around you, but it's actually blocked up. The pressure's there, but you didn't have to throw off balance. You could have put your back foot into the ground, delivered a pass. You had an open receiver. So when you go back and you watch that one on tape, it's going to be because the footwork, he allowed the rush to mess up his footwork there, and the ball just sailed on him.
Tiger defense called upon. Carolina takes over after the turnover. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Sellers by his lonesome. Design run, tried to find something right tackle, and again keeps moving the pile and finds his way all the way to the 35. Hit nearly at the line of scrimmage, but eventually Harold Perkins got a shot in to bring him down, but Sellers at 6'3", 240, just kept chugging along. So we hit the 2-minute timeout here in the 2nd quarter. 9-yard gain by Sellers will have the Gamecocks staring down 2nd and 1 from their own 35. They trail LSU 10-7. Finish out the first half after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
There was a time when a person's word was enough. A time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to protect our customers' way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise. Learn more at lafarmbureau.com.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is proud to be the official hot sauce of your LSU Tigers. And our peppery peppers add so much flavor to your food, it'll taste good on anything, even SEC rivals. Gator? Chomp chomp. Beef? Hook 'em. Pork? Woo! Pig suey. So next time you're enjoying an LSU game, grab the original Louisiana hot sauce. Handcrafted so you can enjoy our rivals too. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hi, this is Chef Kevin Belton for People's Health. If you have diabetes, heart failure, or cardiovascular disorder, and you have Medicare, Ask about a People's Health Chronic Condition Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare plan designed to help with the unique needs that go along with these chronic conditions. Call People's Health today. Your benefits could start as early as next month.
Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
We return to second quarter action of LSU Fighting Tiger football. Presented by Dudley DeBosier on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. LSU leading South Carolina in this SEC tilt 10-7. Hey, Louisiana, multiply your cash and play 100 times the cash from the lottery. Top prize is $500,000. Multiply your fun and play 100 times the cash today. Remember, it must be at least 21 to purchase. Tigers leading by 3. A couple of turnovers. A fumble at the goal line by LSU early in the first quarter. And an interception a moment ago. Negated a great interception by Tamarcus Cooley for the LSU defense. And as the Tigers were driving, Nuss just sailed a pass over the head of Kyle Parker and was taken away by DQ Smith for Carolina. So the Gamecocks looking at 2nd and 1 at their own 35-yard line as we set to resume action. Coming up at the half, of course, the ISC Constructors Fighting Tiger halftime report. Before we send it to Brian Haldane back in the Capital One studio, Gordy Rush will have a chance to talk with LSU head coach Brian Kelly with the Capital One coaches interview. 2nd and 1 at the 35 for Carolina. Sellers, belt high snap, gives it off, and it's Attaway straight ahead to pick up the first down and a couple more up near the Gamecock 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carolina. A lot of similarities between these two teams offensively. We talked about what both are trying to accomplish and add to offensively, but Carolina, just like the Tigers, will rotate 3 or 4 in that running back spot. Here's a quick throw in the flat to the tight end far side. Catch is made by Brady Hunt, the 5th-year senior out of Indiana. Whit Weeks gets him into the boundary and the Carolina sideline, but he picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5, now at the 42.
Yeah, South Carolina in no real hurry. They don't want to leave any time for LSU here, no matter what the outcome of this drive.
Now we have a halt in action. So asking for a reset of the game clock. And a little admonishment there from Steve Marlowe, our crew chief, on how he wants the clock to be run.
It's about his 6th time, I think, tonight to ask the clock operator for a little help.
So they put 1:48 back on the clock. Low snap, but handled by Sellers. And there's a flag and play halted again. Looks like another false start against South Carolina.
Before the snap, false start, number 74 offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down. Please reset the game.
On Josiah Thompson, the left tackle as well. Thompson, the sophomore out of Dillon, South Carolina.
Anytime Patrick Payton's been lined up over him, he's tried to get a little bit of a jump start. I mean, almost cheating it just kind of right before the ball is snapped there. And he's only really done it when Patrick Payton's been over the top of him.
2nd down and 10. They mark it back at the 37-yard line. Sellers with the ball in hand, looking left. Now looks across the middle, throws in the hands, but a little high, and he couldn't hold on. Incomplete at the 45, but there's a flag down. Hold the phone at the 49-yard line. Looking for Brian Rowe again on the crossing route. What say you, Jacob? Catchable ball or no?
Defense, 0. It's a 10-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're going to get the 1st down on the holding call, but looked like it wasn't quite where it needed to be. But I'm sure quarterbacks would say he should have had that one. The receiver would say it was out of my reach.
I work with a quarterback every single morning, and every ball he ever threw was supposed to be caught by us. I know that.
So, after the yardage marked off, 1st and 10 now at the Carolina 47. Sellers, quarterback draw, and he's got room into LSU territory and brought down from behind at the 41 of the Tigers on a 12-yard run. Wes Weeks makes the stop for LSU with 1:39 remaining as they move the chains. Carolina trying to line up quickly as the clock begins to run. 1 minute, 34 seconds here in the second quarter. LSU up 10-7. 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Tigers. Sellers wanting to throw, and pass broken up at the 35. That was great smothering coverage by Tamarcus Cooley on the intended receiver, Mazeo Bennett Jr. That was an absolute blanket.
Yeah, that was a nice job. He wasn't very happy about the call that went against him on the holding call a couple of plays ago. He's had a really good game here so far. Certainly want to make up for that penalty call there on that first down.
2nd down and 10 at the LSU 41-yard line with 1:24 to go before the half. Oscar Attaway checks back in as the running back for Carolina. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sellers takes his time, gets the ball, looking to throw, and again, the quick hitter. It's incomplete at the 35. They were looking for Bennett again, and again, Tamarcus Cooley all over him. It's incomplete, sets up 3rd and 10 at the 41.
Yeah, I mean, even the call that went against Cooley, he's wondering, like, hey, I don't know what you saw, but that's not what happened here. So back-to-back plays. He got the interception last series. I mean, he has certainly come to play here Saturday night.
Carolina breaks from the huddle, looking at 3rd down and 10 from the LSU 41-yard line. Tigers leading 10-7 with 1:19 to go here in the second quarter. Attaway and Brady Hunt, the tight end, to each side of Sellers. Here's the snap. Pressure coming. Off his back foot, throws it away into the Carolina sideline. He went straight back. I don't see a flag. Thought might see intentional grounding, and now we see a little huddle of our officials. Let's wait and see. It would be 4th and 10 unless they rule that.
I'm not sure how it's not. Like you said, CB, I mean, he might have just gotten out of maybe the tackle box, but it felt like he went straight back.
Yep. It's going to go against Sellers, as that time they brought the house. I was impressed with his moving backward at a very high rate of speed, but as we said, we went straight back. Officials talked it over and said he was not outside the tackle box.
Yeah.
Intentional grounding. 16 offense. So lost it down at the spot of the foul. It'll be 4th down. The penalty carries a 10-second runoff, which LSU will decline. The game clock will start on the snap.
So again, setting up 4th down. The Tigers wanting to save all of the time they can. They decline the runoff. It'll be 1:13 remaining, and it will be Mason Love to punt it away for Carolina. Xavion Thomas sets up shop back deep for LSU at his own 16-yard line. Snap is back a little high, rugby style, and Love puts it in the air. Thomas backpedaling, fields it at the 10, now goes down inside the 5, trying to turn back around. He's down inside the 3, down inside the 2, and Carolina's going to put him in the end zone. They're going to say he was stopped with forward progress at the 1 to avoid a possible safety there. And Thomas desperately wanted to return that one. He fielded it inside the 15, tried to get some room by backpedaling to get an angle, but Carolina was all over him in a very dangerous play.
Yeah.
Not what Coach Kelly wanted to see with 59 seconds remaining here with a 3-point lead.
No, he caught it, you're right, about the 11-yard line. And look, that's kind of where you want to end it there. I mean, he's very lucky that didn't turn into a complete disaster with the ball coming out or him truly getting a safety as far as he went back there. So, you know, you'd rather have the 11-yard line, certainly here with a minute left in the half.
They'll mark the football down at the 2. So still in dangerous territory here is Nussmeier, about 6 yards deep into his own end zone on 1st down and 10. They'll give it on the ground. It'll be Durham trying to get some daylight up across the 5, just shy of the 6, and they'll call the first of their 3 timeouts. Actually, he ruled that Carolina called the timeout?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carolina, he's going to burn all 3 timeouts and try and force an LSU punt now that LSU's backed up in their own end.
So they burn the timeout to preserve 53 seconds here. Fans want to remind you, don't miss the Brian Kelly Show, live from TJ Ribs every Thursday at 7 p.m. for the latest updates and game insights from the top Tiger. It's the Brian Kelly Show, presented by Our Lady of the Lake Health, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. So again, a little breathing room, 2nd down and 7, ball at the LSU 5-yard line here. luckily avoiding an absolutely disastrous situation after the punt return. And again, obviously, it changes your plans if you're LSU to start at your own 2. But we'll see here on 2nd and 7 from the 5. Again, they'll go on the ground and up above left tackle to the 9 is going to be Caden Durham. And another timeout taken by the Gamecocks here, preserving 47 seconds on the second quarter clock. Fans, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. Let's go down on the field. Gordy Rush, a Sunshine Sideline Report brought to you by Sunshine, your John Deere dealer here in Louisiana. We mentioned a couple of defensive Tigers in the medical tent. What's the latest with the health of LSU as we head towards halftime?
Yeah, good news, Patrick Payton's back out there on the football field because Damari Butler has not reemerged from going into the locker room. We'll get an update on him as they were checking his ankle. They had wrapped his ankle in the tent. He still wasn't able to put a lot of weight on it. He walked off. Otherwise, LSU looks to be fine defensively.
Thank you, Gordon. 3rd down and 3. The ball at the LSU 9. Caden Durham, 50 yards rushing so far tonight in his return after missing the matchup against Ole Miss due to an injury.
And this is where you look for number 14 right here. This is his territory. Big body, go make a play, get a first down.
Trades in the slot to the left side. Nuss looking left all the way. Airs the ball out, looking for Green. Spinning in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. A little off balance as he planted and went airborne. He couldn't bring it in. DQ Smith was on coverage for Carolina. So on 4th and 3, Gamecocks still have one timeout remaining as LSU will bring out the punt unit here. And Grant Chadwick, who had a career-long 71 yards last time he punted to the Gamecocks, will need a boomer here. Jonathan Ferguson will snap it back. Grant Chadwick about 7 yards deep in his own end zone. Bakari Swain back deep for Carolina, standing at the Gamecock 41-yard line. Chadwick lets it fly from within the end zone. It's a mile high, spiraling punt, far side, going to be fielded and dropping immediately at about the 40 will be Swain. So a 50-yard punt. Good job by Chadwick. And the Gamecocks have 35 seconds and one timeout remaining to finish up the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 40. LSU Athletics once again would like to thank its corporate partners: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Again, Hancock Whitney proud to be tonight's game sponsor. Get your official LSU Visa debit cards that come with extra good luck this year. Get yours at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Gamecocks back out on the field. 1st and 10, pressure comes, hit as he throws, but he delivers it to Faison. As a release valve, he picks up 1 yard far side at the 41. Wow, what some pressure that time.
Yeah.
Sellers a little slow to get up.
So LSU has found some success now. They know where they want to attack this South Carolina offensive line. You go back to the last 3rd down in the last series. It's in the A gap with these linebackers, in the B gap with these linebackers. It's right there in the middle. That time it was Weeks coming right down Broadway.
Carolina attacking right to left. Ball on the far side hash. 2nd down and 9 from the 41 with 31 seconds remaining second quarter. Sellers, one step, looking to throw again into the flat far side. He finds his tight end, Brady Hunt. He's out of bounds at the 45, which will put 26 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A.J. Halsey was desperately trying to get to him and keep him in bounds, but by design, Hunt steps on the white line. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the 46 of Carolina, with 26 seconds remaining here in the first half. Faison back out there as the running back to the right hip of Sellers. LSU shows blitz. Sellers now raises back up, looks to the near sideline, or far sideline, shouts instructions to his offensive line. Play clock down to 4. Here it comes. Sellers forced and flushed out of the pocket, running to his left to midfield, and then last minute steps out of bounds. Ball was deflected out by Halsey, but they'll say Sellers had already stepped out of bounds after a pickup of 8 yards and picks up the first down. So with 18 seconds remaining, Carolina gets into positive territory here with the ball down at the 47-yard line. Nothing fancy on this drive, just trying to get it sideline to sideline. But now time becoming a factor here with one timeout remaining. Faison, the running back. Sellers drops back a little deeper this time. And this time grabbed from behind and pulled down and dropped back at the Carolina 43-yard line by Jack Pyburn. Gamecocks will quickly call a timeout with 10 seconds. But Pyburn with the sack. He gets home after the Tigers had been awfully close on a number of occasions. That sack brought to you by Train. It's hard to stop the Tigers, and it's hard to stop a train.
Well, that's a really nice job by Jack Pyburn, because if you rush Sellers like that, you have got to do it where you still have contain. You can't allow him to spin out. That's what he wants to do. That's what he was trying to do there. And if he spins out, he gets to the edge. We saw it the play before. So when you rush, you have to keep that in mind. Yes, I want to get to the quarterback, but I also have to stay in my lane. I got to have integrity here on the edge. It's a really nice bull rush by Jack Pyburn.
And you're right about that, Jacob. They have found some weaknesses in that Carolina offensive line, and now Sellers really running and fighting for his life. The pocket nearly having to be abandoned on every snap. Officially, that's the second sack of the game for LSU. Harold Perkins credited with one earlier on the intentional grounding call, but Pyburn gets the crowd going with an absolute sack on the Carolina quarterback. Now they're looking at 2nd and 19 from their own 44 with an even 10 seconds on the clock. They'll send out 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Sellers on 2nd and 19. Deep drop. Here comes pressure. Spins away to his left. Throws with the left hand out of bounds with 3 seconds remaining. And I got to believe, maybe now, Shane Bieber with 3 seconds says, all right, guys, we're down 3 on the road against number 11 LSU. Let's see if they want to run a play or just take a knee and try to regroup in the locker room. By the way, that was a great pursuit by DJ Pickett.
Yeah, you like the call there. Again, coming from the outside. He's on that corner blitz from the corner position. Then you got Whit Weeks kind of coming over the top of it to be able to string it out and get Lenore Sellers to throw it away.
Well, again, with the arm of Sellers, they're going to put him in the shotgun here. LSU going to a prevent defense. Sellers stepping up in the pocket, moving to his right, avoids pressure, now extends the play, and again, we'll just throw it out of bounds into the Carolina sidelines, and that will bring the first half of action to an end. 10-7, LSU takes a 3-point lead into the halftime locker room. Coming up, we'll head down on the field. Gordy Rush will have a chance to get the thoughts from Tiger head coach Brian Kelly before we hand it off to Brian Haldane in the Capital One studio for the IFC Constructors Fighting Tiger halftime report. Again, LSU led early, 3-0. Carolina enjoyed the lead 7-3 before LSU took the lead 10-7, and that's where we are after one half of action. Again, the Tigers will be kicking the football off. Carolina will have the first possession of the third quarter of play. Coming up in the ISC Constructors halftime report, Brian will have scores from around the SEC, around the top 25, around state schools. Give you your first half highlights and your first half stats. And we'll get you ready for the second half here at Tiger Stadium. Coach Kelly finishing up with our friends at the SEC Network. Our MVP, Gordy Rush, ready to go. Let's go to Gordy.
All right, Coach, first half, 12 first downs, 193 yards on offense. It's finishing and then the mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, we fumble on the goal line. We give up a 75-yard run. You know, we got to make a play down the field. And the interception. We got to clean up the catastrophic plays. We're playing hard. I like the way our guys are playing. We're forcing Lenore to run, and he's under duress. We got to play cleaner. If we play cleaner, we'll be in great shape.
All right, Chris.
Thank you, Gordy. Thank you, Coach. We're at halftime. Homecoming 2025 celebration here at Tiger Stadium. The good news at this point, LSU leading by 3. Our score at the break, LSU 10, South Carolina 7. More coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, It's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
Waste Pro is proud to be the official waste and recycling collection services provider to LSU Athletics. We service over 2 million residential and commercial customers in more than 500 towns and municipalities across the South. Waste Pro is proud to work, live, and raise families in the areas we serve. We consider it a privilege to work hand in hand with our customers, partners, and employees to create a better community-first waste and recycling model. Waste Pro is the official waste and recycling collection service provider of LSU Athletics. Visit wasteprousa.com for more information.
Equipment Share, proud partner of LSU Athletics. We understand that when you rent construction and industrial equipment, you need reliable machines and dependable service. From dozers and aerial work platforms to pumps, power, and climate control, we've got you covered. All rentals are powered by T3, the easy-to-use fleet management tool that lets you monitor your equipment from your phone or laptop. Visit equipmentshare.com for your rental today. Equipment Share, built by contractors for contractors.
Welcome in to the ISC Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Presented by ISC Constructors. Powered by People. Coming up, a breakdown of the first half with highlights, stats, and a check of the Republic Finance scoreboard. Now, from inside legendary Tiger Stadium in the Capital One Studios, here again is Brian Haldane.
Bringing it back to those Capital One Studios, offering checking and savings accounts with no fees nor minimums. What's in your wallet? It is time for that scoreboard update presented by Republic Finance. Visit Republic Finance for all your loan needs. Get started at republicfinance.com/Tigers. Ranked matchup on the road for number 1 Ohio State at number 17 Illinois. No problem for the Buckeyes. They leave the land of Lincoln with a 34-16 win. I see you, Indiana. Number 7 goes to number 3 Oregon, and the Hoosiers get a signature win on the season, 30-20. 4th-ranked Ole Miss was a 33.5-point favorite over Washington State. Darn near lost it outright. The Rebs do squeak by, 27-24. Florida giving number 5 Texas A&M all they can handle. We got 5:15 to go in the third quarter of that game. Aggies up 24-17. Number 6, Oklahoma got 2 field goals early and nothing else. Unranked Texas pulls the Red River upset 23-6. 14th ranked Missouri is in the loss column for the first time this year. 8th ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama leave Como with a 27-24 win. Kansas is at number 9 at Texas Tech right now, and this is another tight one. The Red Raiders have a 21-17 lead, 12-11 to go in the third quarter. The Jayhawks are driving right now. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, all eyes on Auburn, Alabama. Number 10, Georgia is at Auburn right now, and Auburn's in control. They're about a minute away from halftime, and the Tigers have a 10-0 lead over the 10th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Arkansas went toe-to-toe at Tennessee today. The 12th-ranked Vols did survive, 34-31 your final score. Number 13, Georgia was a 35-20 winner over Virginia Tech. 15th-ranked Michigan is at USC, and the Trojans are in command. 21-7 is USC's lead. Southern Cal up with 7:56 to go in the third quarter. 16th ranked Notre Dame was a 36-7 winner over NC State. BYU ranked number 18 overall. They are at Arizona right now. Cougars out in front. This game is in a weather delay in the first quarter. Cougars have a 14-7 lead over the Wildcats. Colorado upset number 22 Ohio State 24-17, and Pitt knocked off Florida State, knocked them down to 3-3. 34-31 your final score there. In state, we got Kennesaw State beating Louisiana Tech on Thursday night 35-7. Also Thursday night, Tulane topped East Carolina 26-19. Earlier today, both ULL and Southern struggled on the road. Cajuns fall 24-14 at James Madison. The Jaguars were handled by Bethune-Cookman 45-14. 3 in-state games going on right now. That is UL Monroe on the road at Coastal Carolina. Coastal's up 23-8 in the fourth quarter. Coastal both has the lead and the ball, 12:15 to go in that matchup. Northwestern State is at Houston Christian. Houston Christian's in charge there, 20-10, 8:27 to go in the third quarter of that one. Grambling's at home tonight, hosting Texas Southern, and Grambling trailing by just 1 point. 11:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Texas Southern up 21-20. Grambling does have the ball. Once again, our score is LSU 10, South Carolina 7 at halftime. Leadership starts right here at home. That's why Ford assembles the most vehicles in America and employs the most hourly workers from America for America. Just another reason why Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America for 48 straight years. See your Southern quality Ford dealer today. Quick break. We'll come back with the scoring recap right after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Half of the world's population depends on rice for 80% of their daily food needs. By 2050, population growth could increase rice demand by 30%. But as climate changes, rice output is decreasing. At LSU, we're using genetics, genomics, and AI to create new rice that yields more with less resources. We're not just feeding the hungry, we're growing a better future.
Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Every Tiger knows it's not just about where you are, it's about how you play the game. At LSU Online, we bring that same grit and greatness to your education. Whether you're watching from Baton Rouge or beyond, you can earn your degree on your time from anywhere. Flexible, online, built for Tiger Nation. Visit online.lsu.edu and win where you are.
Back with more on the ISC Constructors Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Now, with a first half scoring recap, here again is Brian Haldane.
Bud Light, proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Well, let's give you a quick scoring recap because the score is only 10-7. LSU would go 3-and-out to start the game. South Carolina would fumble the ball. LSU would respond to that with a 4-play, 7-yard drive, culminating in a Damian Ramos 28-yard field goal, giving the Tigers the early 3-0 lead.
Well, within Ramos's range, 28-yard attempt right down the middle. Placement down, kick is up, low kick, and it's good. So the Tigers get on the board. They take an early 3-0 lead, but no surprise, the Carolina Gamecocks high-fiving each other. That's a big stop as far as they're concerned.
3-0 is where it would be until the last drive of the first quarter, a 3-play, 80-yard drive by South Carolina that ended in a 72-yard touchdown run. LSU wouldn't take too long to respond on the first play of the second quarter. On the first drive of the second quarter, a 6-play, 72-yard drive, ending up with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Nussmeier to Trey'Dez Green.
They'll bunch 4 receivers to the right, 1 lone receiver to the left, looking for Trey'Dez. There's the throw. There's the catch. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 6-yard score, Nussmeier throws it up in the left corner. Trey'Dez Green, 6'7", 240 pounds, goes up, brings it down over the top of 6'2", 200-pound Judge Collier.
And just like parents of teenagers everywhere, South Carolina had no answer for 6'7". Leadership starts right here at home. That's why Ford assembles the most vehicles in America and employs the most hourly workers from America for America. Just another reason why Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America for 48 straight years. See your Southern quality Ford dealer today. Due up for another break. When we come back, we're going to break down some first-half stats after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. Mmm. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
For him, it wasn't the cancer that almost took his life. It was an infection his body wasn't strong enough to fight. Antibiotic resistance is a global crisis, targeting those who are already vulnerable and claiming over 1 million lives each year. But an LSU discovery is changing the game. Our unique biotech starves bacteria, stops growth, and gives the body a chance to heal. Because behind every breakthrough is a life worth saving.
Second half action of LSU Fighting Tiger football is coming up. This is the ISC Constructors Fighting Tiger Halftime Report on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Keeping it right here in the Capital One studios for one more segment. It is time to talk statistics. We start that off with the passing report brought to you by Low Bearish Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel. Right now, Lenora Sellers throwing the ball for South Carolina is just 8 of 17. He has thrown for only 66 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception for South Carolina, who's, by the way, leading receiver right now is tight end Brady Hunt with 3 catches for 20 yards. Meanwhile, over on LSU side, Garrett Nussmeier is 13 of 21 for 124 yards. He has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Trades Green leading the way with catches, 4 for 47 yards and a touchdown. After him, Kyle Parker is up next. He's got 3 catches, 28 yards, and that's going to bring us around to our rushing report. Your rushing report brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. So far, South Carolina's done a little bit better on the ground than they have through the air. They've got 21 carries for 116 yards overall. They're led by Matt Fuller, 2 carries, 73 yards. Lenora Sellers, 12 carries on the night for 15 yards, but you got to remember that nets out the losses with sacks as well. On LSU side for the rushing report, Caden Durham leading the way, 11 carries, 50 yards, 4.5 yards a carry. I believe we will take that. Juwan Johnson right behind him, or not right behind him, but is next in line, 3 carries for 8 yards, and that is your Old Dominion rushing report. Taking one more break, sending you back into the booth with Gordy Rush, Jacob Hester, and the voice of the Tigers, Chris Blair, right after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day.
And a nice cold Bud Light.
Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot
or parked on the couch,
sitting on your lucky stool at the bar,
or standing in the fan section all game long,
the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win
into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that.
Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Trust isn't given, it's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
This is Secretary of State Nancy Landry. Knowing the rules of the game is critical for both athletes and fans. Elections are no different. Changes are coming to Louisiana's primary elections next year, so before voting in April, visit GEAUXvote.com or download the free Go Vote mobile app. Keep your registration current, understand how your party affiliation affects your options, and learn about offices affected by the new law. Know before you go, and go Tigers!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of LSU Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This has been the ISC Constructors Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Presented by ISC Constructors. Powered by People. Second half action of LSU Fighting Tiger football begins on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health. Here again are Gordy, Jacob, and Chris.
All right, and welcome back inside of Tiger Stadium. It is right now, you are fighting LSU Tigers 10, South Carolina Gamecocks 7. And South Carolina going to get the football to start the second half. A couple of things there in the first half. LSU trying to establish the run, 18 carries for 69 yards. It felt like it was close a couple of times. We'll see if LSU stays committed to the running game here in the second half. Of course, South Carolina, as you heard, they're from Haldane. They had the big 72-yard touchdown run, so they got 116 yards on the ground. One of our key stories early in the game, certainly on the pregame, we talked about running the football. LSU 15th, South Carolina 16th in the SEC, so something we'll pay attention to certainly here in the second half. Let's go ahead and welcome back on to the broadcast the voice of your LSU Tigers, Chris Blair.
Thank you, Jacob. You mentioned those stats, and Brian ran down those stats in the first half. What's interesting, and we mentioned it after that 72-yard touchdown run by Matt Fuller, the running back for South Carolina, to give them that 7-3 lead. You take that play away, which you can't, but if you do, Carolina 110 yards on 37 plays, averaging total about 5 yards per snap. And as we said, LSU giving up that 72-yard touchdown, that's the biggest play they've given up all season long. But it really looked like, and Coach Kelly even alluded to it going into the locker room with Gordy, Jacob, is we're getting after Sellers now. Yeah. He's not got a clean pocket. He's running for his life. They like where they are defensively. Said you clean up the mistakes and get a little more efficient on offense, they'll be just okay.
Yeah, so if you're going to have success with Lenore Sellers today, it looks like it's going to come from those A-gap rushes, those B-gap rushes that we talked about. But, so if you do that and you're getting home, which LSU was, you've got to have good rush contain with your outside guys. So that's going to be key because the interior offensive line and the running backs have not blocked Harold Perkins Jr. or Whit Weeks yet. So if you're going to keep doing that, then Jack Pyburn and Patrick Payton, they've got to make sure that they've got integrity with their rush as well, because the last thing you want is for Lenore Sellers to get around the corner when both of your backers have added themselves into the blitz, because then there's nothing stopping Lenore Sellers until you get to the second level.
Well, something you know a lot about, that's offense and scoring points. For the offense for LSU, again, 10 points in that first half. 2 turnovers, as Coach Kelly said, 1 at the goal line. You could have taken an early lead. They take it back. Then you had the interception. What do you want to see from the offense here in the second half?
I think you just got to finish. I mean, there's plays to be made there. We talk about, fumbling right there on the goal line when you were going to have multiple chances to punch it in. That just absolutely cannot happen. You've got Garrett Nussmeier's maybe best pass of the year right in the breadbasket of Chris Hilton, and it's going to the ground and it falls out. You got to make that play. And then we talked about it. It wasn't the arm strength that got Garrett Nussmeier in trouble in the interception. It was all about his footwork, right? His feet got out of place. The ball sailed on him. Those are the things, right? You have opportunities. Remember, you were driving on that. You were about to get into the red area. You just got to finish. He's made the place to get to that point, which is typically the hardest part. Now you just got to put the ball into the end zone there. Even the last third down that you had here, right? Trey'Dez Green, he's in the slot. It's cover 1. He runs a slot fade, which is great against that coverage. And then you just can't find your way to make the play on the ball.
Well, just about set to go. Carolina took quite a while in the locker room. They came out with about a little under 3 minutes to go before the start of the third quarter. And again, I think Coach Beamer probably saying the same things you just said, Jacob, about his offense.
True.
Got to find a way to keep the pressure down, keep Sellers clean, try to give him a pocket if he's going to throw the football. And, of course, contain is the word of the day for the LSU defense, because if Sellers does get to the edge and goes north-south, not only is he fast, not only is he physical, he is hard to get down. We're ready for the second half. Aaron Burrell tees it up at the 35. Nick Harbor and Holman back deep. But Burrell going to put this one nearly over the crossbar for a touchback. And the Gamecocks will start first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. I also should mention Coach Beamer probably took some time in that locker room, Jacob, to say, hey, guys, we can't take 1 step forward, 2 steps back with these costly mental mistakes and penalties that really have taken some of their momentum. They haven't had a lot, but they've hurt themselves.
No, you're exactly right. They've had some success early in the series on first down. You gain 4 yards, second down, 5-yard false start. You look up, and it's been 3rd and 18 on occasions there. You got to be able to capitalize off first down.
So first down and 10 from the 25. Lenora Sellers and the Gamecocks will attack left to right towards the south end zone. Start this drive on the far side hash, and again, they'll hand it off. This time it is going to be Rashul Faison. He had some room, got to the second level, and picks up 10 yards to the 35 before Tamarcus Cooley makes the tackle for LSU. So first and 10 at the 35 for Carolina.
Yeah, that's a nice run there by South Carolina, right? And they've had success on first down. Now they got the entire thing right there, but that's been their most successful down without question. Now you got to see if you can stop the running game there, because they feel like they found something the last couple of series.
First down and 10 at the 35. Sellers again going to pull now. Little throw out into the flat far side, and LSU with a great open field tackle. That's Harold Perkins Jr. He'll trip up Matt Fuller. Picks up 5 yards and got most of that falling forward after Perkins tripped him up. It'll be second down and 5 at the 40.
That's kind of that in between, that area we talked about. So if you're Wes Weeks, right? Do I try to go tackle the North Sellers? Do I stay in my coverage? Do I try to stay somewhat of a contained position? It's just, it's hard when you can make that many plays.
They rush 5. Sellers breaks 1 tackle and stays upright and gets out of bounds into the Carolina sideline across the way. Picks up the first down at the 46-yard line on a gain of 6, and Jack Pyburn had him in his grips. But again, Lenore Sellers, hard to get down. He showed it there. 6-yard pickup, and it'll be first and 10 at the Carolina 46. Just underway here in the third quarter with LSU leading 10-7. Faison to the left of Sellers. Now they'll motion the receiver, Harbor, at the snap. Sellers will pull. Got a lead blocker, but again, not much doing. He'll just run his way towards Shane Beamer and step out of bounds after a couple of yards. Picks up a yard, second and 9.
I don't know if you got the same feeling I do, but this feels like 85% of the plays are going to run through 16 here in the second half. That's their halftime adjustment. Let's let our guy go out there and let him make those individual plays.
Second down and 9 at the 47. Approaching midfield are the Gamecocks. Twin backs to each side of Sellers. This time he will give the handoff to Faison, and he has room up across the 45, 50, and to the LSU 41-yard line on a 12-yard gain. Tamarcus Cooley having to come up from the free safety position to make the stop.
Yeah, that was a series that Whit Weeks, I guess, was, it was his off series in the rotation there, but after a couple of nice runs in the middle, you see 40 come back and get himself into the lineup there, because that's the last thing you want, is to get those running backs some confidence going.
Opening drive of the third quarter, first and 10 from the 41. They'll go back on the ground. Again, Faison bouncing off tacklers inside the 35, down near the 32-yard line. Just a hard charging run that time by Rashul Faison, who came into the game 41 carries, 163 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. As you pointed out, Jacob, they were still trying to find that every down back. He's got 36 yards so far on the ground, does Faison. It'll be second and a yard now at the LSU 32. Wide out to each side. Heavy set here for the Gamecocks out of the pistol formation. Handed off. It's Miller trying to break it off left side. He'll get inside the 30 before being put into the turf at about the 29. Mansour Delane and Whit Wakes giving pursuit for LSU. So they do pick up the first down on a 3-yard carry. It'll be first and 10 now at the LSU 29.
It's been an impressive drive so far for South Carolina. I mean, they've come right at this LSU defense. LSU certainly going to have to make some adjustments here to try to stop the bleeding in this drive.
Sellers again will have Fuller to the left side out of the shotgun. They bunch 3 receivers to the right. Sellers going to keep, and this time Pyburn again. Can't bring him down. Sellers still running, trying to get to daylight. A late flag coming out as he steps out of bounds on that far sideline. Really just got back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a hold.
Holding. Offense number 87. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Brady Hunt, the tight end, the guilty party for South Carolina. That'll back them up Jack Pyburn's got to say, wait a minute, he's got something on his uniform. I can't get a grip.
I know. So, look, if you know anything about the LSU football team, Jack Pyburn's one of the strongest players on the team. I say that to say that just kind of shows you how tough it is to bring Lenore Sellers down. I mean, he had him fully wrapped around his waist 2 different times, and it's just he's been able to escape.
8th penalty of the night for South Carolina. It'll be 1st and 20 now back at the 39-yard line with LSU leading 10-7. Getting the opening drive of the third quarter. 10:35 clock moving. Sellers sends 3 wide to the right, wide side of the field as they scrimmage from the far side hash. The give to Fuller. He's going to use the short side of the field and carry, I believe, Whit Weeks down to the 35 after a gain of 4 yards. Fuller, a very low center of gravity, 5'11", 220. I think 5'11". I know we're a long way away from the field, but I think that's being a little kind.
You know, CB is somebody that is listed in the program as 6 foot. 6 foot means 5'10", so 5'11" is usually 5'9".
So now 2nd and 16 after Carolina got behind the chains on the penalty. Ball at the LSU 35-yard line. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Snap. Give to Fuller. He'll try to squeeze between left tackle and falls forward down to the 33. Don McKinley able to make the tackle for LSU as we roll 9 minutes and 37 seconds. And it's still 3rd and 14 now for the Carolina offense. Tigers trying to get this crowd back, raising up, getting the ear hole of Lenore Sellers. And this Gamecock offense.
Yeah, expect the same pressure that LSU had success with at the end of the first half. You already see it. Whit Weeks, Harold Perkins right there in the A-gap now. If they bring both, and they do.
On the 10th play of the drive, a little shovel pass from Sellers, drops it in. And LSU ready for it. They stand him up right around the 30, maybe the 29-yard line, well shy of the first down. It looks like a field goal unit coming on.
We talked about LSU's defense had to stop it, right? They had to stop the bleeding on that drive. South Carolina going right down the field and really right through the middle of the LSU defense. That's a nice job, right? You get the holding call, helps you out there, and you kind of stiffen your defense up. And look, South Carolina had a nice little play call with the shovel pass, but LSU was having none of it. Now you force a field goal attempt.
Yeah, the shovel pass to the tight end Jordan Dingle, but LSU was ready for it. It'll be a 47-yard attempt by William Joyce, trying to tie this game up with 8:51 remaining third quarter. Placement will be down on the far side hash, kicking towards the south end zone. Waiting on the snap. Here it comes. Placement down. Kick on its way, and the kick is good, and we are tied at 10 all. So the Gamecocks take the opening drive of the third quarter. Eventually the drive would stall. But the field goal good by William Joyce. And we got a tie ball game with 8:39 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll return to legendary Tiger Stadium after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
He's got a seam. He's down the near side hash. Tiger fans, if you've ever wanted to listen to the LSU Sports Radio Network while watching your Fighting Tigers on TV, now you can, and it's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Watch the Tigers and listen with the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
15-10-5, touchdown! Tigers!
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a fourth-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org. The Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Champions make plays on the field and in life. With LSU Online, you can keep your career moving, earn your degree, and still run your own game plan. Learn anytime from anywhere and take the next step toward your goal line. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
Live coverage continues. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Football on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Tie game here at Tiger Stadium, South Carolina. 11 plays, 46 yards. As Jacob told you, they were steadily moving down the field, but the drive eventually would stall. A 47-yard field goal by William Joyce ties us up 10-10 with 8:39 remaining. Here in the third quarter, Carolina set to kick it back. It'll be Max Kelly, the freshman out of Gallatin, Tennessee. Marion Brown back deep, along with Xavion Thomas for LSU.
Had an opportunity last time South Carolina kicked off to return it. Certainly something LSU hopes happens again with both those guys back there.
Here's the approach and the kick. This time line drive and very deep out of the back of the end zone, and the Tigers will start first down at 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fans, Toyota's national sales event is on right now. Enjoy every second behind the wheel of an exciting Toyota. Just visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com today. So the Tigers with their first possession here in the second half. Nussmeier will set it up with Caden Durham on his right hip out of the shotgun formation. They'll motion Trey'Dez Green at the snap. Nuss looking for Trey'Dez. Catch made at the 27, across the 30, far side, up to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up the first down. Louisiana Blue first down for your Tigers. Stop made by Jalen Kilgore, the highly heralded junior nickelback for Carolina. Kilgore's had plenty of challenges in his time, but if he's going to be responsible for Trey'Dez Green, he's going to have to work hard. Here's the handoff, and a little bit of room to the second level again. Up across the 40 to the 43-yard line. 7-yard gain that time by Caden Durham before being brought down by DQ Smith. So LSU again, Jacob, early indications are they're going to stick with trying to get the run game going. Here's second down and 3 from the 43. Marion Brown out wide to the left. Green in the slot to the left side. Lone receiver Nick Anderson to the right. Now they'll motion Bauer Sharp. A little bit of movement. And eventually play halted. False start looked like on LSU on the left side of that offensive line. Check in with a Sunshine sideline report. Gordy Rush, we know a couple of LSU defenders banged up in that first half. What do you know coming into the second half?
So Jabbar Butler, he is out. He's ruled out with an ankle injury. Otherwise, everybody else is good. Payton's good, and then Cooley actually took a shot on that last play of the last play before the field goal came off, but he is fine. He'll be back in.
Well, that actually was assessed to South Carolina, Brian Thomas Jr. Not to be confused with the great receiver here at LSU, who now plays for the Jaguars, but Brian Thomas Jr., the edge rusher, the senior out of Windermere, Florida, called for offside. So now the Tigers get a first down and 10 now at their own 48. Nussmeier takes the shotgun snap. Quick release, far side, going up for it, bringing it down at about the 35-yard line. Again, it's Trey'Dez Green. Now they pick on DQ Smith, who stands at 6'1", trying to keep up with Trey'Dez Green at 6'7". 19-yard pickup and a Louisiana Blue first down for your Fighting Tigers. It's now first and 10 at the Carolina 33.
I think there was a note during the bye week, feed 14. That's what it feels like, at least here in this contest.
7:03, clock moving, third quarter. Now first and 10 at the Carolina 33-yard line. Nussmeier waiting to snap, but now a timeout going to be taken by LSU. Coach Kelly right there in the ear of the line judge. And the Tigers will burn their first timeout of the half. 6:55 remaining. We got a tie game at Tiger Stadium, 10-all. LSU and South Carolina will return after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to mix something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU Athletics. That's the good stuff.
There was a time when a person's word was enough, a time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to protect our customers' way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise. Learn more at lafarmbureau.com.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
6:55 remaining. Third quarter action from Tiger Stadium. 10-10 our score. LSU and South Carolina. The Gamecocks open the third quarter down the field. Settle for a 47-yard field goal by William Joyce. LSU looking at 1st and 10 now at the Carolina 33. Garrett Nussmeier so far tonight, 15 of 23 passing for 154 yards, a passing score, 1 interception. Tigers with 230 yards total offense, Carolina 238. Right now taking a look at the performance report presented by BASF, We Create Chemistry. Caden Durham, 57 yards so far tonight on the ground, averaging just under 5 yards a carry, and I picked Caden Durham because he has been very close to breaking one loose. On first down, Nussmeier pulls, sprints to his right, directing traffic on the run, throws down the field and into the sideline, incomplete. Pretty good coverage downfield that time. They were looking for Barryon Brown, but there is a flag down back at the 43 behind the line of scrimmage.
It's usually not a great area for the offense.
Holding, 75 offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Redshirt freshman Weston Davis. Guilty on the holding call. Will back LSU up. That's their 5th infraction of the night. But I mentioned Caden Durham. He's simply averaging close to 5 yards per carry. He's been able to get to the second level. A couple of really close shoestring tackles. Otherwise, those numbers are going to be higher. He may get one yet. Empty backfield here on first down and 20 back at the 43. Nussmeier, quick step, fires across the middle. Catch going to be made. Off to the races, Kyle Parker. Katie bar the door. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 43-yard strike from Nussmeier to Kyle Parker. Second touchdown for Parker on the year, and LSU makes it 16-10 with 6:38 remaining third quarter and a point after on the way.
He said, I don't care that you've got the angle there. I'm fast, and I'm going to run right past you. That was really impressive You had a couple of South Carolina defenders that should have had an opportunity, and they didn't get close. I mean, he left both angles that South Carolina's defenders had. That's a very impressive touchdown, and you mentioned it. He is stepping up. With Aaron Anderson out, he has really been a focal point a couple of different times in key moments.
They really had a couple of good moments in that loss to Ole Miss, and he is certainly making the most of the opportunities here tonight. Damian Ramos will split the uprights for the point after. It's now 17-10. LSU with their largest lead of the night. That touchdown, Nussmeier to Kyle Parker, brought to you by Louisiana Blue, the official health insurance of LSU Athletics. And then Damian Ramos gets that good kick. And the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Tigers' General Scholarship Fund for student athletes across all sports. Thank you, Allstate. So the Tigers get it going offensively there with an impressive drive. Just 4 plays spanning 75 yards, 2 minutes and 1 second. That's your LSU Online scoring drive. Driven to score, built to win. LSU Online, win where you are. So now Aaron Burrell set to kick it back to Carolina. Just make a little footnote there of that play and that momentum. We'll see how it carries LSU the rest of this second half. Nick Harbor and Jaquel Holman back deep for the Gamecocks. Here's the approach by Burrell. Low line kick, going to take a bounce at the 10 and go out of bounds before it could reach the end zone. Not sure that was exactly what Aaron had in mind. In fact, I know it's not what he had in mind. Kick it out of bounds. So
free kick out of bounds, number 32.
Some extra field position. So they'll start 1st and 10 at the 35. LSU Athletics would like to thank once again its corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney.
Yeah, anytime the coach meets you at the top of the numbers after a play, it's usually not going to be good for you. Certainly not going to be good for your ears' health.
Nussmeier again with a passing touchdown, his second of the night. 17-10, LSU leads now as Carolina starts 1st and 10 from their own 35. Sellers drops back, has time, and unloads. Near side and broken up down around the 25-yard line. No flags. They were looking for Vandrevius Jacobs. Great coverage by P.J. Woodland, the sophomore out of Hattiesburg. Step for step, maybe got his hand on it to deflect it away. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Carolina at the 35.
Yeah. Vandrevius had a step on him, too. That was a really nice job of recovery by P.J. Woodland there to be able to break up that pass, not panicking, not grabbing, not committing a pass interference.
Here's the snap, a little low. Sellers able to dig it out and then hand it off. And LSU, again, the timing was off, and the Tigers take advantage of it. Going nowhere is Fuller. It was Walter Mathis in there at defensive tackle, getting the stop for LSU. That'll set up quickly 3rd down and 10 here for the Gamecocks with 6:11 and the clock moving.
Got Walter Mathis' name a couple of times. Certainly not, someone that's played a ton of football so far this year, but a couple of different times, young players made some plays.
4 for 10 on the evening on 3rd down conversions. Tiger Stadium coming alive here. A Bingo Pest Product 3rd down opportunity for LSU. Sellers, deep drop, throws, tight end catch at the 39, but dropped immediately by DJ Pickett. Catch made by Brady Hunt, but he had nowhere to go. Picks up 5 yards. It'll be 4th and a little more than 5, and on comes the punt unit again. For South Carolina, we'll see Mason Love, the redshirt freshman out of Riverside, Missouri. Xavier Thomas will head back deep for LSU.
It's a good series, right? You score on offense. Certainly want to be able to get them right back onto the field. Don't allow any momentum there for South Carolina.
Unique punt formation here. 2 men at the line of scrimmage. They're looking to fake it, and they throw it, but a flag and whistles are going to halt the play. If you're wanting to show you're going to fake a punt, Carolina did a pretty good job that time.
I was just about to say, this stinks of Beamer ball here.
And again, when you can't get set, it goes awry. So we'll see what it's all about.
Illegal procedure, number 24, kicking team.
They
5-yard
had
penalty.
5 people bunched up to the far sideline, 2 down linemen, 2 protectors, and the punter. And they couldn't stay set.
Yeah, old Joe D. Been doing it for a long time. Him and Shane Beamer, you always got to be ready for something in special teams there. But yeah, that one just never looked like it was going to be something that was going to be a legal formation.
That's the 10th penalty of the night for Carolina. And now what was 4th and 5 will be 4th and 10. And now we'll see if Mason Love wants to just punt this away. He will. Lets it fly from his own 25. Angling near side. Thomas going to get out of the way. Takes a bounce for Carolina inside the 15 and will bounce out of bounds near side at the 8-yard line. So Mason Love wanted to get the fake. The penalty took that away, but a pretty good punt by Love of 57 yards. He pins LSU back 1st and 10 at the Tigers' own 8-yard line. LSU leading 17-10. We got 4:54 remaining third quarter. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Ew, it's a roach!
Fear not. Champ is here. Your weapon is Bengal Roach Spray. Bengal Spray technology is designed to flush out the entire colony, targeting the source of the problem, making sure these pests don't die unseen in your walls, ensuring far-reaching results that prevent infestations from returning. Now that you're all protected, my job here is done.
Bengal, the official pest control of LSU athletics.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
ISC Constructors is a national award-winning electrical and instrumentation construction company. In addition, ISC provides full-service, multidiscipline engineering services to global customers. For 35 years, ISC has brought the Baton Rouge culture to its job sites and offices across the nation. And like our Tigers, ISC believes being the best begins with recruiting and developing the best talent. ISC, powered by people.
Game day starts local, just 2 miles from Tiger Stadium. Oxbow Rum Distillery is the official rum of LSU athletics. Handcrafted from Louisiana sugarcane grown right across the river. From cane to glass, every bottle is pure Louisiana pride. So, whether you're mixing up cocktails at your tailgate or joining us at the tasting room, make it a win for local flavor. Oxbow Rum Distillery, located downtown Baton Rouge. Go Tigers!
Go behind the scenes. Check out our booth cam on Facebook and YouTube from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
17-10 our score. LSU leading South Carolina. Third quarter action with 4:54 remaining. Tiger football fans, remember, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. So whether you're buying or selling football tickets, SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of LSU football. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek. All right, LSU takes back possession. Carolina with a field goal of 47 yards to open the third quarter. LSU would answer with a touchdown. Now they get the ball back. They start 1st down and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Juwan Johnson will start this drive at running back. Out of the shotgun, Nussmeier looking left, now backpedals into the end zone and throws towards Johnson, but intentionally puts it into the grass. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the LSU 8.
Yeah, that felt like it was Juwan Johnson or nobody. Good call there. Nussmeier, smart play, just throw it into the ground. Certainly backed up, don't want to make a big mistake there. Try to throw it. Linebacker hits him. Ball's up in the air.
2nd down and 10. Spread the field with 3 wide to the right side. Now they'll motion. Durham has a wide out to the left. Empty backfield. Nussmeier this time in the end zone. Pressure coming from the backside. He escapes it, stays upright, and turns it upfield. Hit hard and sent out of bounds on the far side after a pickup of 4 yards. And his teammates over there immediately in the Carolina sideline trying to help up their QB, Dylan Stewart. The one giving pressure, giving chase. And Nussmeier able to make a little something out of it. Moves it up to the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6. And that's a big, big play. I know it not in the big scheme of things, but for Garrett Nussmeier to make it 3rd and manageable here, deep in your own territory. Good decision.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him throw that ball away a lot of times when maybe he can run and pick up 4 yards. So, yeah, big difference in 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 10.
Durham again in the backfield. There to block. Pressure comes. Nussmeier again. Steps up. Now he's going to run. Middle of the field. Across the 20, the 25. Gets outside the numbers. Near side. Up to the 33-yard line. 21-yard gain for Garrett Nussmeier and a Louisiana Blue first down. It took Sean Murphy eventually to make the stop for South Carolina. That's a big shot in the arm. 2 great plays by Garrett Nussmeier to get them out of the shadow of their own end zone. It'll be 1st down and 10 now at the LSU 35.
I can't promise that in the 18 group text I'm not going to call him out for almost tripping when he tried to go full speed a couple times there. Can't promise it.
Juwan Johnson will stay out there. Career-long run for Nussmeier there to pick up the 1st down. Johnson on a right wing of Nussmeier. They will move Trades Green from right to left to line up in the slot. He and Brown out wide to the left side. 2 receivers to the right. The handoff to Johnson. He's got a big hole. He breaks a tackle at the 40. Into Carolina territory. Outside the numbers at the 35. Inside the 20 and brought down from behind. Inside the South Carolina 15. Down to the 11-yard line. 56-yard run for Juwan Johnson. Peyton Williams, the strong safety, saves the score for Carolina. It's 1st down and 10 inside the Capital One red zone at the Gamecock 11. LSU ready to go. Nussmeier in the gun. Carolina 4 down linemen. 6 in the box. Green motions right to left. Nussmeier again shouts instructions. Now he'll motion Green back to his right at the snap. Give to Johnson. They'll crossbuck to the left, and Johnson laid down at about the 8-yard line by Jerron Willis.
Yeah, going back to the long run, I mean, we talked about it, CB. I mean, it's been close all night long. You knew that if you could just keep your feet going and high step 1 tackle and get to the 2nd level, like that play felt like it was almost inevitable. It felt like it was going to come all night long. So nice job there. Certainly a season long for the Tigers on that run.
As you said earlier, 2 big runs, one by Garrett Nussmeier and the longest run of the season by Juwan Johnson. But to borrow your phrase, Jacob, you got to finish. 2nd down and 8 from the 9. Nussmeier, quick throw into double coverage, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Peyton Williams read it all the way, was just playing center field on the S in LSU. He saw Nuss dial in on the intended receiver and stepped right in front of it and takes it away. 2nd interception for Nussmeier tonight. 3rd takeaway for this Carolina defense, who came into the game +5 in turnover margin.
Yeah, it's not going to be an excuse for that one. You know, I mean, you look at his feet again, same situation as his feet, but, I mean, it doesn't matter what throw you had there. You can't throw that football. You telegraph that one. Any SEC defense is going to make you pay on that one and pick it off every time.
Unfortunately, that's the opposite of finishing the drive. Carolina got out of the end zone. They will start this at the 1-yard line, as Williams had ideas of maybe trying to get a better return instead of just taking the touchback. It looked like he made the catch in the end zone, although I'm not sure. He may have just been outside of the white line. But nonetheless, it's now going to be up to the LSU defense, with Carolina looking at 1st and 10 from their own 1.
Yeah, seeing the replays here, that's predetermining where you're going to throw the football. You actually had Kyle Parker coming underneath there. Would have been an open receiver.
Let's see if the Tiger defense can make something happen here. Sellers under center, but there's all kinds of movement. Looked like Carolina's left side of that O-line got a little jumpy.
False start, 52 offense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So they go half the distance. So now they're at the half-yard line here. Again, the crowd trying to lift this LSU defense with Carolina. Virtually the entire offensive line in the end zone, including Lenora Sellers. He'll just try to go forward. He is slung back into the end zone. But it looks like forward progress got him just beyond the 1. And that will set up second down, and we'll say 9 from just inside their own 2 with 1:14 to go third quarter and a 17-10 LSU lead.
Yeah, not a whole lot of options when you're backed up that far. Certainly with the way this LSU defense attacks, I mean, I would expect something very similar here.
Another snap with the offensive line back heel on the goal line. It'll be Sellers. Fake the end around. They'll give it to the running back, Faison. He'll go straight ahead to about the 4. Picks up 2 yards, and now they're looking at 3rd and 7. Still inside their own 5 with under a minute, 41 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. And they'll have to snap it here before the quarter comes to an end. So while the LSU offense gave up the turnover at the 1-yard line, LSU's defense trying to win the battle of field position here on 3rd and 7 from the Carolina 4. Sellers again will work under center. Offset I formation. Little sprint out to his right, looking to throw. Catch is made up at the 19-yard line to the 20. They go. They pick up 16 yards. Nick Harbor hauls it in. There's another Gamecock a little slow to get up. That's Brady Hunt, but now he'll make his way off to the far sideline. But that's a backbreaker if you're LSU's defense, and Coach Kelly talks about it all the time. Again, they've been very good this year of getting the offense for the opponent off the field. Could not do it there on 3rd and 7 from the 4. Yeah. And Carolina will keep possession. We end the third quarter and head to the fourth and final quarter with LSU leading by a score 17-10. It'll be first down and 10 from the Carolina 20. Gamecocks with the ball when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, college football fans. I know you'd do anything for a win on game day. And an ice cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you shop Albertsons online or in our app, you can count on us to have freshly picked, high-quality ingredients ready for pickup or delivery in as little as 30 minutes. Plus, save $30 off your first online order and let Albertsons take the hassle out of shopping while racking up the savings. With free pickup or delivery, you will always get the same great prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop online at Albertsons.com or in the app. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda sauce. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side, but it's Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Fourth quarter coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger football. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
Fourth and final quarter coming your way this Saturday night from Death Valley. LSU leading South Carolina 17-10. 24th meeting all time between these two teams. LSU currently with a 22-1 overall record lead in this series. In fact, we told you LSU right now 13-1 all time against Carolina here in Tiger Stadium. The only win by the Gamecocks came back in 1994, 18-17. And the last tie in LSU football history came against this Gamecock squad when the teams battled to a 20-20 deadlock in 95 over in Columbia. And of course, after that, the NCAA adopted the overtime rule. There were no more ties in college football. Let's take a look at the third quarter stats. LSU burned a trail up and down the field. 6 first downs for the Tigers, 90 yards rushing, 73 through the air for 163 yards. They got 1 touchdown, 1 turnover so far in the second half. South Carolina 4 first downs, 50 yards rushing, 14 yards passing for a total of 64. They have a field goal so far here in the second half. Sellers on first down, hands it off. Faison breaks to the second level, cuts it outside, far side, just inside the numbers across the 25 to the 27-yard line, picks up 7 yards. A.J. Halsey there on the stop for the Tigers. And it'll set up second down and 3 now at the 27 of Carolina.
What old Mike Shula's going to do here in this drive. Certainly been ground heavy, large portion of the second half.
Out of the pistol formation. Handoff, Faison again, right tackle, and he's got room across the 35, up across the 40, and Carolina indeed finding success on the ground. More so here in the second half as Faison makes it to the 41 before Keys and Halsey again in on the stop. 187 yards rushing now for Carolina. 14:05 clock moving, fourth quarter, 17-10 LSU lead. Sellers again in the pistol formation. This time pulls from Faison. He'll keep trying to stretch it near side to the 40 and then bumped out of bounds at the 43 after a gain of 2 by Harold Perkins Jr.
I don't know that there's a lot of times that Lenore Sellers has pulled that move off and not been able to get the edge. I think he just found out how athletic Harold Perkins Jr. really is, because Harold Perkins Jr. certainly just went full speed, stride for stride with him. That's a great play, because normally Lenore Sellers turns that upfield for 12.
Both teams wanted to find the run game in this matchup. So far, both teams with season highs on the ground. 2nd and 8 from the 43. Sellers, 3-step drop, wide open receiver at the 48 of LSU, and down inside the 40 to the 36 is Nick Harbor. First down for the Carolina Gamecocks, now in positive territory at the 37-yard line of LSU. 1st and 10 now. Carolina trying to get their grouping set right. They'll send 3 receivers out wide to the left. Sellers will have Faison to his right, standing in the shotgun. They'll motion. Hunt the tight end left to right. Here's the snap. Give to Faison. Misses, sidesteps a couple of defenders, gets inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. A.J. Halsey again busy back there at the rover position. He and Wes Weeks combine on the tackle for LSU. Halsey with 11 tackles tonight out of that rover position for the Tigers. 12:30, clock moving, fourth quarter. A 7-point lead for LSU. Second down, 7 at the 34. Faison now will stand behind Sellers in the pistol formation. Harbor wide out to the left. Little play action. Sellers under duress, breaks away, steps up, breaks loose, far side, gets outside the numbers and steps out of bounds into the Carolina sideline, down to the 27-yard line, and picks up the first down. Mansour Delane finally able to get him out of bounds, but that's just what Lenore Sellers does about as good as anybody in the country. Handles the pressure, arm tackles, won't do it. He's not going to go down.
Yeah, he broke 3 right there on that play alone, and from 3 really good football players for LSU. And he's somebody you have to make sure that you get him on the ground, because, I mean, he can really just stay above the line the entire time.
So we're making a review here. They will check to make sure on the spot of the football. They ruled it in real time. as he reached the line to gain to make it 1st and 10 at the 27. So they're going to take a look at it here. This review, as always, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. Gordy Rush, as we mentioned, both teams finding a little bit of that running game that had escaped all of the previous contests for both the Gamecocks and the Tigers. And right now, Carolina's got a head of steam running the ball.
Yeah, and, they've been able to get some of that inside run from the running backs face on and company that they haven't been able to. And it's kept LSU honest enough that Sellers has been able to complement it and get outside and make some people miss. And this is the best rushing performance they've had in SEC play this season.
It's not really close. I mean, haven't really had a lot of success. We said it. They were less than 100 yards per game. CB coming in to this game. I mean, dead last in the SEC. The only team that was under 100 yards per game on the ground. So, look, it's been a point of emphasis, though, here in the second half to be able to run the football, not just Lenore Sellers. I mean, it has been both running backs. It's been Sellers.
After further review, the ball carrier did not make the line to gain. He stepped out of bounds at the 28. It'll be 3rd down at that spot.
So they'll back him up a yard. Did not get the 1st down, so they'll reset the chains. It'll be 3rd and 1 here at the 28 of LSU. 199, I guess 198 after they took the yard away, rushing for the Gamecocks tonight. But they're starting to find their rhythm with both Sellers, Faison, and at times even Matt Fuller, who had the 72-yard touchdown back in the 1st half. Fuller will be in at the pistol formation behind Sellers here on 3rd and a yard. They must reach the 27. Here's the snap. Give to Fuller. Cuts to his right, and he got enough room to dive forward to the 27, and that should be enough for a Carolina 1st down. Mansour Delane again. He and Halsey having to be responsible for a lot of the stops against this rushing attack tonight.
That was a pretty favorable spot. I still think he got it, but the knee went down there pretty soon. Nice initial surge there by Halsey.
So now we do get back to 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. They'll motion 2 tight ends from left to right, and again, looked like the left guard jumped for Carolina. There'll be another procedure penalty. Need to get the call from Steve Marlowe.
50 offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
7th false start on this Carolina offense tonight.
Gamecocks penalized 5 yards for a false start.
That'll back them up 5 yards and get them behind the chains here. 1st and 15. Now at the LSU 32-yard line with 10:38 clock moving, 4th quarter. LSU holding on to a 17-10 lead. Fuller will stay out as the featured back. 2 receivers left, wide side of the field. Sellers, deep drop. Now comes pressure and throws it away into the Carolina sideline. That time LSU only rushed 3, and again, he went straight back. Looks like we're going to get a discussion on whether it was intentional grounding, and that would be an absolute disaster if you're Coach Beamer. And it looks like they will be assessed.
Intentional grounding, offense number 16. Penalties are lost down at the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
Well, for all the benefit that Sellers brings with his talent, his arm, his feet, a couple of costly mental mistakes here. His 2nd intentional grounding call of the game, and they're going to lose 13 yards as they bring this ball back to the LSU 45.
Yeah, Shane Beamer, head coach from South Carolina, he knew it. He never moved position. They dropped the flag. He wasn't arguing. He knew that Lenoris didn't get out of the tackle box, and there was no receiver close. Big, costly penalty there.
So officially the 3rd sack of the night. Gooden will be credited with that sack due to intentional grounding. 2nd down and 28. Sellers, 3 steps, now steps up, and he's off and running. Middle of the field, cuts it to his left, and is tripped up. Harold Perkins with a great open field tackle. Brings him down at the 35 after a gain of 10.
You're right about that. I mean, that is not easy to do, as we've seen here tonight. Multiple times, Lenore Sellers has broken the 1st, 2nd, and sometimes 3rd tackle. Nice job in the open field there. And that was a quarterback draw the entire way. You go back to the beginning of that play. Lenore Sellers kind of ducks his head and just pulls forward as soon as he gets the ball into his hands.
9:48. remaining here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 18. Ball at the LSU 35. The Tiger fans trying to make their presence known. Sellers with the ball in hand. Pressure comes. Again, steps up. This time will be dropped at the 37-yard line. Whit Weeks got home. He had help. Sellers with nowhere to go. Tried to step up in the pocket again, but it was nothing but gold helmets staring him down. And they may bring on the field goal unit here on 4th and 20 from the 37. It'll be Mason Love. Oh, they bring the punter out. Look like they may try to go for it here, but it'll actually be a punt, or at least setting up to punt. They tried to fake earlier, but no crazy formation on this one. Mason Love stands at midfield. Xavion Thomas back deep inside the 10. Love lets it fly from the LSU 46. Headed far side, takes a bounce out of bounds. Let's see where it came out. Up around the 10. So the Tigers will start 1st and 10 at their own 10 after a 27-yard punt. Timeout on the field. LSU leading 17-10. 8:46 remaining. Come back with us on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Back to fourth quarter action of Fighting Tiger football. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
8:46 remaining in tonight's contest from Baton Rouge. LSU leading 17-10 here in the fourth quarter. LSU Athletics once again would like to thank tonight's game sponsor. That's Hancock Whitney. Make sure you get your official LSU Visa debit card. It comes with extra good luck this year. Get yours at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. I mentioned 8:46 remaining. Gordy Rush, a Sunshine sideline report. You got a 7-point lead. You got a little momentum after your last score. What do you want to see from LSU on this drive with just under 9 minutes remaining?
Well, I want to see him get back to running the football. And interesting, Harlan Berry is coming out. Actually, yeah, Harlan Berry is coming out here, not Caleb Durham. But, Jacob, I like what I've seen out of this running game here in the second half. It's for South Carolina to play some man coverage, and Nussmeier's been able to take advantage of some of those matchups.
Yeah, before they were running the football, Gordy, they're playing a ton of quarters coverage, and now you're seeing them have to kind of change what they've done defensively, and that's a good thing because you're right. It opens up lanes for Nussmeier.
As Gordy says, Berry in the backfield going to get the handoff, but there's Dylan Stewart right at the mesh, and it brings him down immediately back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on that play. Stewart's had some big moments tonight, not as many as I'm sure he or Coach Beamer would like, but he shows why he is a sensational sophomore on that stop there. Gets LSU off schedule. It'll be 2nd down and 12 back at the LSU 8. Well, we talk about parity in the SEC. All you need to do tonight is look at the SEC scoreboard. A lot of tight games going down to the wire, including this one. 2nd down and 12. Empty backfield. Nuss looking to throw. Far sideline, and catch made. That time going to be Kyle Parker, and he's hit immediately. Driven out of bounds after a 3-yard gain. That's his 5th catch of the night. Career high for Kyle Parker. Trades Green already with a career high with 6 catches in tonight's game, including the touchdown score. Tigers 4 for 9 on 3rd down, and if Gordy gets what he wants, they're going to have to convert this one on 3rd and 8 from their own 12. 2 receivers, check that. Now Green, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nuss looking left, now scans the field, throws back in the middle, but unable to see it was Durham. It got on him before he could get his hands up, and it's incomplete at the 15. Well, that'll set up 4th down and 8. So the Carolina defense gets the stop deep in LSU's territory, and now Grant Chadwick going to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll need another boomer. He had a 71-yarder earlier and a 50-yarder last time out. Averaging 58.3 here tonight. The carry Swain will be back deep for the Gamecocks at about the 38-yard line. Jonathan Ferguson to snap it back. Chadwick about 4 yards deep in his own end zone on the U of LSU. Lets it fly from the 1-yard line. Line drive punt. Takes a bounce for LSU. Going to be picked up on the hop at the 43-yard line and headed up the far sideline is Swain. And eventually runs out of real estate, but positive territory for Carolina. Going to mark this ball at about the 37-yard line. So the defense complementing the Carolina offense sets them up with fine field position. 1st down and 10 at the LSU 37. Got a timeout on the field. It's a 17-10 LSU lead. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go. Buzz Balls. It's a ball. It's a drink. It's a whole vibe. Please drink responsibly. Buzz Balls. Available in spirit, wine, and malt. 50% alcohol per volume. Buzz Balls, LLC, Carrollton, Texas.
Jackpot fever is here. Play Easy 5. Win a cash jackpot starting at $50,000. Pick up Lotto with a starting jackpot of $500,000. Now that's a whole lotto cash. Play Powerball, starting jackpot $20 million. Add Power Play to increase any non-jackpot prize. Play Mega Millions, starting jackpot $50 million. Multiply any non-jackpot prize up to 10 times. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics.
4th quarter coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger football. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
As we continue on this Saturday night, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hear the Tigers roar worldwide. The LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
7:17 remaining, 4th quarter here at Tiger Stadium. LSU and Carolina both have enjoyed the lead at times in tonight's contest. LSU currently up by 7, 17-10. Carolina, after getting a stop deep in LSU's territory, had a 25-yard net return on that punt by Chadwick. A nice return for Carolina, sets them up. 1st and 10 at the LSU 37-yard line. So the defense being called upon once again. Sellers with a single back and Faison to his right. Now steps up. Talks to his center, Boaz Stanley. Put 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Twin backs now along with the tight end is Sellers looking to throw. Airs it towards the end zone and incomplete on the far sideline. Around the 4-yard line, they were looking for Vandrevius Jacobs. Again, it was Mansour Delane on coverage. It'll set up 2nd down and 10 from the LSU 37. I mentioned parity in the SEC. At last check in the 4th quarter, Georgia leading Auburn on the Plains 13-10. Ole Miss got by Washington State today out of conference 24-21. Second down and 10, Sellers. Handoff, Faison straight ahead to the 36-yard line. Only about a yard gain. Pyburn and Bernard Gooden again in there to make the tackle. The only two, I guess you could say, lopsided scores today, both by 17 points. Texas A&M able to kind of ruin Florida's high spirits as they get the win in Bryan College Station 34-17. And Texas upsets number 6 Oklahoma coming off that Florida loss. The Longhorns win by 17, 23-6 in Austin. 3rd and 9 now from the 36. Tigers with a bingo pest product 3rd down opportunity. Sellers. Handoff. Faison. Stutter step and inside the 33 to the 31. Well shy of the first down, but a pickup of 5 yards. But it will be 4th down and 4. You got to believe Shane Beamer here in a one-score game with under 7 to go. 4th quarter. He's going to keep the offense out here. LSU's down on the field trying to get these Tiger faithful on their feet to make some noise here. Big time play, the understatement of the night. Gamecocks break from the huddle. Send 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's the left. Lone receiver to the right. Single back and Faison. Tigers 7 in the tackle box. Sellers throws underneath. It's broken up and incomplete. And a turnover on downs gives the ball back to LSU. The defense gets the job done on 4th and 4. Surprisingly, Carolina decides to go to the air looking for Vandrevius Jacobs. And again, Mansour Delane says not this time.
Yeah, that's probably the last guy, certainly, on that field that I would try to attack in that situation. He's been lights out this entire year, lights out certainly here in this game, and LSU will take that matchup every single time.
Tigers take over. 1st and 10 at their own 31, leading 17-10. Timeout, back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, need funds to help with your financial situation? Republic Finance is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and has served the SEC area since 1952. Check out our loan options to see how we may help you. Visit a local branch or get pre-qualified online at republicfinance.com/tigers.
Not all consumers are eligible to apply online. Secured loans are available exclusively in branch and have collateral and insurance requirements. Standard loan terms, rates, and fees apply based on your state. All loans are subject to approval pursuant to standard underwriting criteria. Not all consumers will qualify. For more information, call 833-907-1737.
Elevate your game day spirit with Sugarfield Spirits, the official vodka of LSU Athletics. When crafting the perfect mixed drink, our vodka is the winning choice that'll have your taste buds cheering for more. Sugarfield Spirits, where the spirit of the Tigers meets exceptional locally made vodka. See our winning lineup at sugarfieldspirits.com or visit us at our tasting room in Gonzales.
Trust isn't given, it's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
4th and final quarter of LSU Fighting Tiger football. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
5:43 remaining in this SEC tilt. LSU still leading 17-10. Tigers with a big defensive stop get the turnover on downs, take back possession after handing Carolina great field position. And a team in Carolina that was starting to build momentum on the ground with both Sellers and Faison along with Matt Fuller. But on 4th and 4, they elected to try to go to the air. And to your point, Jacob, they went after Mansour Delane trying to hit Vandrevius Jacobs. And maybe he didn't recognize the personnel. That's not the place you want to go with a football.
No, he's played as well as any corner in the country, not just the Southeastern Conference. So, again, LSU will take that situation, 4th down, going against number 4 every time.
So now the Tigers get it back with under 6 to go, 5:43 to be exact. Trades Green motions at the snap. Nussmeier looking to throw it his way, and he's got it at the 35 near side and forced out of bounds up across the 45 to the 48-yard line. It is a Louisiana Blue first down for your Tigers on an 18-yard gain. Stop made by Judge Collier for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, second time they've ran that same play. Second time it's been successful so far here in this game. And again, it was early and often for number 14, and he's kind of been their target whenever they needed a play.
7 catches, 8 catches, 94 yards for Trey'Dez Green. 1st and 10. Now at the 49 of LSU. Nussmeier working with Durham in the backfield. Nick Anderson wide to the right. Lone receiver and Barryon Brown to the left. Nuss, plenty of time. Now here comes late pressure. He jumps and throws, but it's overthrown, looking at midfield for Bauer Sharp. And again, a little delayed blitz that time by the Gamecocks. Nussmeier just able to get it away. It's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now at the 49. Again, fans, Our Lady of the Lake Health, proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. 7 catches for Green, 95 yards. Again, both career highs for the phenomenal sophomore tight end. 2nd down and 10 from the 49. They'll go on the ground. This time Durham with some holes. Durham inside the Carolina 40 and down to the 36-yard line. Peyton Williams makes the stop, but a 15-yard gain and a Louisiana Blue first down for the Fighting Tigers and Caden Durham.
Yeah, I was a little surprised they didn't run it on 1st down. You throw it, but you come right back on 2nd down, and we've talked about it. I mean, it's been close. It's been close all night long. You had Juwan Johnson hit the 50-plus yarder, and credit to LSU. The running game's leaned on South Carolina all game long, and that's why you stay committed to the run, because you tire them out, and they're like, you know what, I don't want to tackle this guy anymore. So LSU's done a nice job of staying committed to the run tonight.
1st and 10 now at the 36. Snap to Nuss. Backpedaling. Throws it to Sharp. And it's a low throw, and he couldn't get it. It's incomplete. Get that ball up a little bit. Bauer catches it between the numbers. He might be able to do something with it middle of the field, but it will set up 2nd down and 10 now at the 36-yard line of Carolina. As we approach 4 minutes remaining. Clock stopped with 4 minutes and 12 seconds. South Carolina, of course, you can look at all of the SEC schedules. Nobody has an easy trek in 2025, but Carolina will be back at home taking on number 6 Oklahoma, who, as we mentioned, fell today in the Red River shootout to Texas. Of course, LSU goes on the road. They'll take on a very good Vandy team next week in Music City. Timeout going to be taken by LSU. Didn't like what they saw, and they'll burn a timeout. Their 2nd of the half. Gordy Rush, again, you got 4:12 to go. As Jacob just told us, you keep going back to the run. Caden Durham now averaging over 6 yards per carry. You'd love to get another score, but you certainly want this clock moving.
You want the clock moving, absolutely. Now you put yourself a little bit behind the chains here in 2nd and 10. Everybody, pretty good chance you're going to run the football here. So it's an interesting call here coming out of Joe Sloan. Certainly, I think South Carolina's thinking you're going to run it.
You should. I mean, you should.
You got to run the clock. Yeah,
you should run the football.
Yeah, you're running. You're almost there on 1st 10. I get it, but you need the clock to move right now, and you're having success running the football.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jacob's point is you've been so close on a couple of big plays that, again, the momentum is in your favor to keep running the ball.
No, it absolutely is. And then, they right now are saving their timeouts because you're stopping the clock with incomplete passes.
2nd and 10 from the 36 from the near side hash. Again, Green will motion right to left. Nussmeier will throw. The catch made at the 31 and cutting back inside the hash mark far side, picking up the first down. Is going to be Barryon Brown on a pickup of 11 yards. That time they used Green almost as the decoy. They got the safety to go far to the sideline and allowed Brown to post up. Nuss hits him right between the numbers. 2nd catch of the night for Brown. It'll be 1st and 10 now at the Carolina 25.
Yeah, they've had success, as we mentioned, running that play. That was the 3rd time they've run the same play there. South Carolina over pursues at that time. Nice job by Nussmeier finding the open Brown.
1st and 10 at the 25. Send trips out to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Empty backfield as Nussmeier has time. He throws this one deep, looking for Green, and pulls it down inside the 5, down around the 3-yard line. Trey Green with a Louisiana Blue first down. 22-yard pitch and catch. It's first down, goal to goal. LSU knocking on the door. Trey Green. Carolina has had no answer. DQ Smith tried his best, but again, giving up at least 8 inches. Not to mention the vertical of Trey Green, a very talented basketball player in his own right. He went up, brought it down, held on as he hit the ground, and it will be first down, goal to goal. They mark it at the 1-yard line. Nussmeier up under center. Durham, the single back. Trey Green, kind of a blocking back. He'll lead block. Durham gets near the goal line and stood up and pushed back inside the 1. Now under 2.5 minutes remaining here. And with that play, LSU can take their time here and let the 2-minute timeout come our way.
Here comes that jumbo package with Pyburn as the fullback, Sharps in the game. They'll bring Bordelon in, the offensive tackle wearing number 89 in green. So 3 tight ends and Pyburn.
Mega jumbo formation we can expect to see here. Tigers with 426 yards total offense tonight. And we reach the 2-minute timeout with that 426 total offense. That's their second highest performance thus far on the year. They had 530 against Southeastern Louisiana. So we hit our final 2-minute timeout here. 17-10 LSU leading South Carolina. And knocking on the door, second and goal at the Carolina 1. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength, power, agility, a team that shows up ready to win. At Toyota Trucks, they bring the full roster. Kick off the season with big savings at the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event.
Toyota is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Experience the drive of the Tiger in a Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads. Find yours today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Every Tiger knows it's not just about where you are, it's about how you play the game. At LSU Online, we bring that same grit and greatness to your education. Whether you're watching from Baton Rouge or beyond, you can earn your degree on your time from anywhere. Flexible, online, built for Tiger Nation. Visit online.lsu.edu and win where you are. Hey Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Back to fourth quarter action of Fighting Tiger football. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health.
17-10. An even 2 minutes remaining here at Tiger Stadium. LSU leading South Carolina by 7. But the Fighting Tigers now looking at second down, goal to go from the Gamecock 1-yard line as they come out of the 2-minute timeout. Fans, TJ Ribs, official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics and home of the Brian Kelly Show, Thursdays at 7 p.m. And you can order right now at tjribs.com. Tigers, as we mentioned, down there around the goal line, along with the offensive line. Garrett Nussmeier waiting to give the signal. They'll huddle up here.
They did change the formation. They were going to go with the jumbo package before. Now going with a couple of receivers and Trey Green in the slot.
2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Now the motion Green right to left. Nussmeier under center. And Nussmeier going to try to keep it, and he is slung back. They were able to get a hand on him and then bring him back and stop his forward momentum. And Carolina will quickly burn a timeout here to stop the clock with 1:54. So they decide to try to go for the quarterback sneak. Of course, Nussmeier so far this season did have 1 scoring touchdown near the goal line. Now looking at third down, goal to go from the 1. And again, after that timeout, Nussmeier, kind of a unusual gait as he slowly makes his way to the near sideline. And he was slung down. They actually stopped him, stood him up, and then from behind, somebody kind of grabbed him and threw him right into the grass. He was slow to get up.
You know, this play right here, it's all going to be about a mindset. It is 3rd and 1. You're on the 1-yard line. I would assume you're going to run the football. They know you're going to run the football, right? What can you do to will yourself into the end zone? Because you have to here. If you want to put the game away, that's what you have to do. All right? I mean, Nussmeier actually, on that last play, fumbled the football and was very lucky to fall on top of it there. That's not what Garrett Nussmeier does well. Like, okay, just go down, call a run, put some tight ends and a fullback in the game, and go finish in the end zone here. Put the game away. This is a mindset. This is a mentality. Go finish it.
This time out, Bo Borderline back on the field. Jack Pyburn back on the field. Going to go a little heavy here along with the tight end, Donovan Green. So again, that fumble moved it from the 1 back to the 3. And again, Nuss fortunate to fall on it. So it'll be 3rd down, goal to go from the 3. Again, the jumbo package in with 3 tight ends. Bauer Sharp also in there, I should mention. Nussmeier almost bobbled the snap, gives it to Durham. He runs into his own man who was pushed back into him, and he goes nowhere, dropped back to the 6-yard line. And now Shane Beamer again calls a timeout. So now LSU going in the totally wrong direction after reaching the Carolina 1. And it looks like the field goal unit getting set to come in.
South Carolina, 2nd of the half, 30-second timeout, loses the game clock at 1 minute.
Well, while it's great to have a weapon like Damian Ramos who can at least extend the lead, you hope with his consistency. That's a little bit of anticlimactic ending of this drive when, again, you reach the 1 and unable to punch it in.
Again, when you get down there that close, you got to finish in the end zone. It's all about being mean, nasty, tough. Whatever you got to do, you got to scratch, you got to call, but you got to get in the end zone. When you have that many chances from the 1-yard line, that becomes a, hey, we got to shift this mentality, right? We got to come the aggressor. We got to be the alphas there. And so, unfortunately, LSU just not able to get that done.
Looking to set up for a 23-yard field goal try. Silas Hall, the freshman, set to snap it back. Grant Chadwick will hold. Trying to make it a 2-score game here with LSU up 17-10 with 1:50 to play. Just inside the far side hash, kicking towards the south end zone here at Tiger Stadium. Hall snaps it back. Chadwick puts it down, and Ramos splits the uprights. That will make it 20-10. Damian Ramos makes sure the Tigers do extend the lead. And with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Tigers General Scholarship Fund for student athletes across all sports. Thank you, Allstate. Well, you put a little more pressure on the Gamecocks here, again with just 1 minute, 46 seconds remaining. And while, to your point, Jacob, you probably didn't put the game totally away, it'll now be up to the LSU defense to put it away more than likely here. The Gamecocks, not a whole lot of opportunities to stop this clock. Holman and Harbor will be back deep. Expect Aaron Burrell to put this one into the Carolina band. About 8 rows up.
Harbor and Holman for the Gamecocks.
Burrell ready to go. Here's the approach from the 35-yard line. Swings the leg. High and deep. And again, it will be fielded about 9 yards deep out of the end zone and bringing it out across the 15. And Took a tough shot right around the 20 is Nick Harbor.
I'll tell you what, Jacob Hester, in all my years of football, I've never seen a kickoff return man 6'5", 230. He's a grown man back there returning kickoffs.
Yeah, there's certainly not many of those guys. There's certainly not many guys that size that can run as fast as Nick Harbor there. They're trying any way to get that guy involved. That hasn't really been a receiver like they've hoped, so makes a lot of sense to try to put him back there, see what he can do.
So, with 1:42 to go, Carolina down 10 to LSU, 20-10. North Sellers will begin this drive. Send 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right side with a single back. Sellers, no question, got to move the ball down the field. A crossing route, catch going to be made at about the 23, and then driven out of bounds near side at the 24. Is going to be Vandrevius Jacobs on a pickup of 4. He does stop the clock with 1:35. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Carolina.
Yeah, LSU's defense will give that to South Carolina anytime that they want it. I mean, that's a 2-3 yard play there, and you're not going to come from behind double digits doing that.
2nd down and 8. They give him just 2 yards on the pickup. Empty backfield, backside pressure. Sellers going to go down inside the 10. Tigers get home again. This time DJ Pickett coming out of the backfield. Got a little help from Whit Weeks, and Sellers dropped at the 10-yard line. 5th sack of the game by this LSU defense, and that sack brought to you by Train. It's hard to stop the Tigers, and it's hard to stop a train. And Carolina will have to burn its final timeout of the second half with 1:22 to go in the ball game. Fans, J&J Exterminating, Louisiana-owned, customer-focused, and results-driven for over 65 years. Call the local pros and get the shield. J&J Exterminating, yeah. Well, we mentioned it will be up to the LSU defense to close the book on tonight's game, and that's one good way to do it. Set them up 3rd and 20 now, back at their own 10.
Yeah, there's been a couple times that Blake Baker's dialed that up, and it's been a really good blitz, right? You being backer, corner from the same side there. And actually, it's a really good disguise because Witt starts on the opposite side, but he ends up on the same side as the corner cat there, and then it messes the numbers up for South Carolina. And a really nice job by a young player in Pickett, not going too far down and staying high in his rush. That way Lenore Sellers can't spin out of it.
So now on 3rd and 20 at the 10, Carolina will spread the field. Sellers back inside the 5, decides to run, breaks one arm tackle. Pyburn couldn't get him down. He's up across the 15 and eventually out of bounds near side at the 16-yard line. Pickett and Weeks once again meet up with Lenora Sellers on the stop. And with 1:15 to go, the clock is stopped. It'll be 4th and 15 here for Carolina.
Well, Pyburn's been close about 3 or 4 times of getting Lenora Sellers down there. It just shows you how hard it is to get that guy. But again, did his job, slowed him down, able to get him for not a whole lot there.
4th and 15 for Carolina from their own 15. Sellers, 5-step drop. Dumps it off underneath. Faison at the 20 has it near side and trying to get away from Whit Weeks. Steps out of bounds, and he's well shy of the 1st down. And that'll be a turnover on down. And with 1:08 to go, LSU may have put the Gamecocks on ice here with a 20-10 lead with just over a minute remaining. Another impressive performance by this LSU defense tonight. After LSU took an early 3-0 lead, Carolina with a 72-yard touchdown run, longest run and longest play period LSU's defense has given up this year, but after that they locked them down. In fact, LSU against Power 4 opponents this year have given up a total of 10 points in the second half. 7 to Ole Miss, 3 tonight to Carolina. They threw the second half shutout against both Clemson and Florida earlier this year. So Nuss will take a snap, take a knee, get that clock moving, and we have 1 minute remaining here at Tiger Stadium. Tigers looking to improve their record, bounce back. Again, it's an impressive number when you take a look at LSU under Coach Brian Kelly following a loss. Done a pretty good job of being able to bounce back after those setbacks, and they do that here tonight. Carolina going to suffer their 3rd loss of the season. As Nussmeier again will take the knee with 33 seconds, and that'll do it. Sidelines start to exit. Coach Brian Kelly will meet with Shane Beamer at midfield. Is LSU going to up their record? 5-1 on the season, get above 500 in SEC play. Now 2-1 for the Gamecocks. They head back to the Palmetto State now 3-3 in SEC play, 3-3 overall, 1-3 in SEC action. Final seconds roll off the clock. The horn, well, it got stuck at 2 seconds. Now it starts again. Horn sounds. This one's in the books.
We're going to have the
20-10.
referee come on the thing again. Tell us to wind the clock.
LSU gets the victory over South Carolina. Again, heavy favorites in this series. And in the 24th meeting, LSU extends their lead over the Gamecocks. 21 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. The final score tonight from Death Valley, LSU 20.